are we are on the air. Greetings, everyone, wherever you are, whenever you are, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this evening the Baltimore Orioles will wrap up a short two-game series with the Washington Nationals at Nationals Park. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal Steve here, a.k.a. the BirdWatcher, also known as BW or B-Dubs for short, whatever you want to call me. Happy to have everybody back. Charm City chat already filing in. And let me say hello as well to anybody that might be new to my channel. You're not alone. The channel just started up for this 2024 season, so we're only about 6 weeks in. The mission is to cover every Orioles baseball game all season long and hopefully well into October. I live on the other side of the planet, and I understand that there's a lot of Oriole fans scattered around the globe, and a lot of us may not have access to watch the game or listen to the game on the radio. This is a place you can come and hang out with fellow bird watchers, follow the game. I'll be doing the play-by-play and commentary and giving you some visual aids to keep you up to date and informed, everything going on with the Orioles game. So if you enjoy it and you're brand new, think about hitting that like button and helping out the channel. And if you want to chat here in Charm City chat, it's the best chat you're going to find on a live sports stream. I can tell you that right now. Come on in. The water's warm. It's nice. Right, so let's take a look at tonight's starting pitching matchup and lineups. And then we'll ease our way into the ball game tonight. First pitch is at 6:45 p.m. We got about 8 minutes. Your boy is a little sleep deprived. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. Also a little bit under the weather too, but guess what? I'm going to put all that aside. It's all a mind game, right? It's all in your mind. I can compartmentalize whatever is going on and just put it to the side for about 3 hours. Kyle Bradish is on the mound for the Orioles, making his second start of the season. In his first start, he didn't get through 5 innings, not quite, 4 2/3. He was on a pitch count, but he showed some really positive signs in his first start. The ERA is under 2, and he didn't give up a home run. Not a whole lot to really digest from just that one short start, but Bradish did look good. I mean, that first batter he faced, it was Oakland, right? Struck out the first guy on 3 pitches. Who was it? No, was it Oakland? No, it was the Yankees. Yeah, the Yankees. It was Anthony Volpe. Yeah, Volpe came up, first batter of the game. Bradish struck him out on 3 pitches. It's like he never left. So he'll be on the mound to face a southpaw for the Nationals. Mitchell Parker comes in with a record of 2-1, ERA of 2.53, solid whip of 1.08, 21 1/3 innings. So I'm assuming this is only about his 4th start, maybe, or 5th start. He's given up 19 hits and 4 walks with 19 strikeouts. Has not given up a home run. So both starters in this short series not giving up the home run ball, which has sort of been our best attribute in terms of offense. Now, as far as offense goes, I don't know if it can get any worse than last night, folks. We got shut out for the second time this season, and the first time, I'll admit, we were bad, and last night we weren't much better, but the umpire last night, look, I'm ready to wipe the slate clean. Let's just see what we can do with a different umpire behind the plate, because that was absolute. Gotta move on. Let's look at the lineups, shall we? Gunnar Henderson will lead off and play shortstop, as usual. With a lefty on the mound, once again, Adley Rutschman will DH and hit second. Ryan Mountcastle in the 3-hole, playing first. Anthony Santander, the cleanup hitter, in right field. Jordan Westberg batting 5th, playing 3rd. Jorge Mateo in the lineup, hitting 6th, playing second base. Colton Causa is in left field, hitting 7th. James McCann will be behind the plate, hitting 8th. And finally, Cedric Mullins all the way down in the 9th spot today in center field. For the Nationals, same lineup as yesterday. No changes, not even in the order. It'll be Jacob Young in center field leading off. C.J. Abrams batting second at short. Luis Garcia at second base. He looked the real business last night. Very impressed with him both in the field and at the plate. Nick Senzel will DH and be the cleanup hitter. Jesse Winker out in left field bats 5th. Joey Meneses is at first base. Kybert Ruiz will be behind the plate. Eddie Rosario out in right field. And finally, Terry Lipscomb, the third baseman, batting 9th. Okay, let me sit here and pretend to act like I'm talking about something when really I'm just making sure I'm getting my game up here without any issues. How is Charm City Chat doing tonight? I hope you guys had an excellent Wednesday as we now head into the evening hours and look to take a split of this 2-game series with our neighbors just to the south. The Parkway Series, as I like to call it. All right, it looks like the game will be up and running. Folks, here's something I forgot to mention yesterday, and it actually inspired me during my inability to go to sleep this past evening to write up a little bit of a script to make sure I hit some bullet points throughout the ballgame. I've got to divide it up between all the half innings. Here's what I should always mention at the start of every game, which is, especially for new, you may not understand. I'm going to be streaming a game that if you're watching on the TV with the sound down, it's probably not going to be synced up. And you're probably going to be ahead of me. So what you're going to want to do is take that remote in your hand, and as soon as the first out in the game is recorded, go ahead and pause it right when that out happens. If it's a strikeout or a play at first base, out, or somebody catches a fly ball, out. As soon as it happens, pause it. Allow me to then catch up, make that call over this microphone here. Then as soon as I call it, you unpause. Boom. You're all synced up for the rest of the game. All right? And secondly, as a friendly reminder, folks, in Charm City Chat, we have a great moderator here named Janet. Janet is a beloved Baltimore fan and will be helping keeping Charm City Chat nice and charming. Okay, folks? It's all good to have our little disagreements and our frustrations. Your boy certainly had his share of frustrations last night. But we got to do our best to keep it charming in the Charm City Chat. All right. Janet is awesome. Everybody loves Janet. All right. The game is on, at least the broadcast, I should say. Bradish making his way in from the bullpen. Of course, it'll be Mitchell, the Nationals starter, on the mound first. But there's Bradish. Hey, by the way, folks, your boy listened to a podcast since last night's game. It was a podcast you can find on YouTube if you look up, I think it's Locked On Minor League Podcast. Basically, it's a podcast that talks about all the prospects in the minors, and they had Kobe Mayo on as a guest. He was on there for a solid half hour. So if you want to maybe try and look that up and get to know Kobe Mayo a little bit better, a future Oriole star, folks, I'm waiting for his call up. And I can tell you, I listened to this interview, and Kobe Mayo, he is mentally ready, I think, for the call up. Now, I've been looking at Kobe Mayo. I mean, I got his stats up right here, folks. This is the top of the leaderboard in AAA International League. Kobe Mayo, Norfolk Tides, tied for the league lead in homers, leads the league in RBI, hitting over 300, OPS nearly 1,000. Folks, it comes down basically to this guy's defense. He has already committed 5 errors and on a pace for about 20 to 25 errors over the course of a full major league season. So that is a concern. And It feels like maybe it's still possible that there's space for him on this team, though, because I feel like our biggest lack is when we're facing left-handed pitching like we are tonight with that right-handed bat. And now normally when we have a DH, Ryan O'Hearn is in that spot. We can make Mayo sort of our permanent DH against lefties. We're facing him, it seems, half the time. He'd seemingly get a lot of at-bats. I don't know. I want to see Kobe Mayo up on this team. Anyway, we can talk more about it later, folks. Kobe Mayo is lighting it up, but for now, it's time for baseball. Mitchell Parker is in his windup, and the first pitch to Gunnar Henderson is in for a called strike, 94 miles an hour on the outside. Gunner's average now at 266 after going 0 for 4 last night, 10 homers, 24 batted in. And the next pitch is outside. Good first ball, called a ball there by the home plate umpire. Don't know who it is yet. But so far, 2 pitches called accurately. And the next one's low and a little bit outside as well. 2 balls and a strike to Gunnar Henderson leading it off here. Where's my cursor? Why isn't this moving? My cursor's stuck already. Fantastic. 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. And a diving attempt by the second baseman, Garcia, but it's going to bleed away from his glove. He got his glove to it, but the ball trickled away, and it would have taken a perfect diving stop, pop up, and throw to get Gunnar anyway. It's going to be a leadoff single, and the Orioles have the leadoff man on. Did that even happen last night? We've got a hit already, folks. It's a brand new game. It's a new slate. Adley Rutschman at the plate, batting from the right side. And his first pitch is a tailor-made double play ball. 6-4-3. Bases empty. Okay. All right. Well, easy come, easy go. 2 down, nobody on. Good Lord. I was just about to start getting a bugle going. And by the way, you might have noticed, I already got the hat on tonight. And why, boy, I've got to get better lighting in here. I got to mention something here after the next half inning. Here's a breaking ball, clips the top of the zone, but it's called ball 1 to Ryan Mountcastle. Mountcastle batting .280 with 5 homers and 16 driven in. He went 0 for 4 last night. He does love facing those lefties. Next pitch is low. Excuse me, 2-0. I've got my coffee here, folks. I'm gonna have to not nurse it as much as last night. I'm stumbling over my words already. Okay. Come on, BW, you got this. 2-0 pitch to Mountcastle is a called strike. And it's 2-1. I also need to check in with everybody in chat. I'll do that in this half inning as well. I just want to see a 2-out rally. Let's go. Here's a swing and a miss. Mountcastle goes after a pitch at the bottom of the zone. 2-2 the count. Just getting started here. Bases empty, 2 down, top of the first. Next pitch. Swung on and fouled back off to the right. So the guy who was behind the plate last night is now at third base tonight. And there he is. There he is. That is the half second of TV time I hope that he gets and nothing more. The 2-2 pitch is hit hard off the bat, opposite field, but right at the right fielder. Rosario makes the catch to win the inning. The Orioles got a leadoff single, wiped out on the double play, and so it's just the minimum 3. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, and the Nationals are coming to bat. Now I'm worried about my cursor here. Yeah, what's going on with the cursor, folks? Come on. All right, so now you're going to do this. All right, I think I popped it out of its... What are you doing? Are you stuck? What are you doing? What's going on? Do I have to do the thing where I close? I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to have to try it real quick, guys. Sorry. What? You got to be kidding me. Oh, no. I am still on the air, right? Oh, boy. Did I just throw myself off of the screen? Help me out, folks. Am I off the screen now? Because now I got my cursor back. Did I just screw everything up? We can hear you, just can't see your favorite. Yeah, I'm black now. Okay, so I'm going to have to fix this, huh? Stand by, folks. All right. For heaven's sakes, if it isn't one thing, it's another, right? I tell you what. Well, whatever I was planning to do this half inning, I guess we'll have to wait another half inning. Okay, it looks like I've got it back. And somewhere about right there, I think. There we go. Holy cow. All right. Good Lord. Okay. I'm back, right? While we're at it, why don't I do a lag check, folks? Because your boy is... It's going to be one of those nights, apparently, all right? I'm not even well framed here. Okay. There we go. Get a little more headroom in there. Lag check. If you don't mind participating, go right ahead. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say a number. You type it in as soon as you can. Great. The number is 4. Type in the number 4, if you don't mind. I feel like I might have just blown the lag. Yeah, that's a little later than I had hoped. Typically, it's been about 5 seconds. Now it's running closer to 10. I apologize. Okay. Kyle Bradish is ready to go. And now that I've got my cursor back, there's already a runner on first base. My goodness. I apologize. Leadoff man already on. Your boy's going to get everything up. There was an early technical difficulty. Folks, this channel is going to improve. It's still under construction. A leadoff hit for Jacob Young, and he's on first base. C.J. Abrams at the plate, and he just takes high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Abrams with a runner already at first. I tell you what. Thank you for helping me out with the lag check there, folks. This is a swing and a miss, and the count 2 balls and a strike. Abrams batting .275. Good young player for these Nats. Bats from the left side. He went 0 for 4 last night. 2-1 pitch is foul back. Count even up 2-2. Yeah, this is, back before the days of internet, when people used to find alternative programming, they would find it on the radio in form of pirate radio. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, likes to think of himself as pirate internet. Old school. Independent. This one is fouled away, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Abrams. Hey, Bill, how you doing? And how's everybody doing? I need to hurry up and say hi to everybody. Arg. That's right. I'm on that underground YouTube. Okay, the 2-2 once again to Abrams. And a check on the runner first. Back in with a dive. How you doing, Chris, David, Coldest Edits, Bill, Calvin, Robert, Matt, Baxter, Melanie, how you doing, hun? Ryan. Who else we got in here? Base. This pitch is inside. Did it get Abrams? Abrams has been over at the waist. And indeed, C.J. Abrams hit by a pitch. My goodness, folks. 2 on, nobody out in the first. Yep, right on the upper leg of Abrams. 2 on, nobody out. My goodness. Rob A., how you doing? Narniak back. Geez. All right, I think I got mostly everybody. Daniel, how you doing? If I missed your name, folks, just say hello again. I'm sure I'll pick it up. Luis Garcia Jr., first pitch is swung on and fouled away on the ground off to the right. He's hitting .330. Had a couple of walks last night and played very well in the field. The 0-1 is low and in. Bradish having those first inning troubles that pitchers can tend to have. Hopefully it's something he can get under control quickly. This pitch is low and in. 2 balls and a strike on Garcia. 2 on, nobody out. The Orioles coming off maybe the most frustrating loss of the season so far, and that includes a couple of games where we got walked off. There's a called strike and a shutout to the Yankees. Last night just felt like, I don't know, we're trying to play with one arm behind our back. 2-2 the count on Garcia. And the next pitch is hit on the ground. Mountcastle will take it to the bag himself. It's going to move both runners up. 1 away. And runners now at second and third for Nick Senzel. And in steps Morgan Freelance. Morgan is here to teach us that sometimes you have to crawl through a river of poop to come out clean on the other side. Isn't that right, Morgan Freelance? Nick Senzel, first pitch, a slider, swung on a missed. Bad swing there. Senzel fooled on a pitch low and away. Andy Dufresne. Next pitch is fouled back, and Bradish has Senzel in the hole 0-2. How about a strikeout here? Hold those runners where they are and get the heck out of this inning without 3 on the next batter. That sounds like a good recipe to me. Bill says hello to Rick and Marlene. There's a called strike 3. And I mean, that pitch had all the plate. I don't know what Senzel was looking for. I mean, even if that ball were going to move, it's middle of the plate. Senzel looks at called strike 3. 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Bradish. Just what we needed. 2 down. Jesse Winker at the plate. Let's see if Bradish can get out of this jam and then look a little smoother going forward. There's a first pitch strike. Had a lot of the plate once more. Winker taking 98 miles an hour. That is gas, 98. Does Bradish throw much harder than 98? I've never heard him to throw 100. This one's upstairs. And the count 1-1 on Winker. Winker in this spot, 2 outs with runners in scoring position, batting just .167 so far this season. Let's hope that sort of trend continues here. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch swung on and missed. 98 again from Bradish. Bottom outside corner of the zone. Velocity, location. Let's put him away here on a 1-2. The pitch Called strike 3. Take a seat, Winka. Bradish with back-to-back reverse Ks as Senzel and Winker are caught looking, and the Nats rally goes by the wayside. Nice. Baxter, I could not have said it better myself. The BirdWatcher agrees. Nice. At the end of one, no score. All right. Now I'm going to check my handy-dandy script. What am I supposed to do after one inning? All right. That's right. I'm here to talk about the Charm City chat, folks. Oh, wait. I already did that tonight. See? I'm not following the script. Oh, well, here's a reminder. Couple of rules in the Charm City chat. I'd like everybody to hang out and feel comfortable in Charm City chat. And, folks, I get it. It's a baseball game. It's a pastime. If you want to go off topic, talk about whatever. Some food, a movie. If you need that, that's fine. But a couple of things to avoid, folks. One, let's keep politics out of it. We all know why. It doesn't get anybody anywhere. Certainly not during an Orioles game. All right? We're watching a game in D.C. Let's keep it as political as just that. All right? There's your politics. We're in D.C. All right? Secondly, betting talk. We got to keep that at a tiny, tiny little minimum. Okay? We need to keep the betting stuff. Because a lot of us aren't here for any sort of betting thing. We're here for the love of baseball, okay? Folks, if you're into betting, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's your hobby. It's your thing. But you have to think of it like this. You ever try to tell a friend or somebody about a really bizarre, crazy dream that you had the night before, and then you go to explain that dream to people, and then you come to realize every time you do that, nobody really seems to care. It's really just you. That's sort of the thing with the whole betting thing. All right, here we go. Top of the second. Anthony Santander at the plate. He comes in with a .213 average. 5 homers, 23 RBI. Coldest, I would answer it, but then I'd be breaking my own rule. Here's a ground ball foul off to the left in the count 0-2. Yes, indeed. I will put some taters in this chat because, first of all, I haven't even mentioned it yet, folks, and no one else has unless I haven't seen it. Your boy's got the hat on tonight from the get-go. This pitch is outside, a ball and 2 strikes on Santander. He's batting .213 at the moment. Had that grand slam in the final game at Cincinnati on Sunday. But like most Orioles last night, nothing doing. Here's the 1-2 upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Santander leading it off here in the top of the second. All right, Chris, if you're going to talk betting, then gosh darn it, that's a good bet. The 2-2. Just a bit high, and Santander has a full count. He's hitting 300 off lefties despite his .213 average. It's the righties that he's really struggled against. The pitch, fouled away. Off to the right. Jordan Westberg is on deck. Mateo will follow him, and if anybody gets on base in this inning, Colton Causa. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here to Santander, and it's low. Tony with a nice AB to lead off an inning. Long at-bat, works a walk. Nice work there by Santander, and nice work in general. I think the Orioles, again, I've been talking about it for about 4 or 5 days now. The word is sort of out on the street with our offensive philosophy and the way we've been approaching pitchers at the plate. I think other teams are starting to catch on. Here's a called strike on the outside edge to Westberg, 0-1. And why we were aggressive at the plate and not really trying to draw too many walks. I don't know. We might have to start adjusting. I want to start seeing us work some counts and drawing a few more walks. This one's low, and the count 1-1. Sometimes you just got to let a pitcher whose command isn't all that great get himself into a little bit of trouble. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was low and outside. Westburg got caught reaching, and the count 1-2. 2 strikes on Jordan Westburg is no problemo. One of the better 2-strike hitters your boy's ever seen. This one is hit on the ground, left side in the hole. Abrams to second, and a bounce throw will get the lead runner, Santander. No chance for a double play. Deep in the hole, Abrams had to go to get that baseball. Nearly got into left field. All right, so that'll just go down as a fielder's choice. Westburg now at first base. More speed instead of Santander, so there's something positive out of that exchange. Jorge Mateo at the plate, and he looks at a called strike on the outside. Mateo batting .245. He's got 2 homers. They came in back-to-back games, right? Or maybe 2 out of 3? Yeah, it must have been, what was it, the last game against the Yankees and then the first game against the Reds or something like that? Both of the home runs have come off a left-hander, so got that going for us. He lifts this one in the air. Pretty well hit right center field. Backing up and making a little bit of a bunny hop there to get to it is Jacob Young in deep right center. So Mateo, 2 home runs off lefties, and this one opposite field. That ball was hit pretty far. Young able to track it down, and Westburg able to tag up and go to third base, although now there are 2 down. Or tag and go to... Wait, no he didn't. What am I talking about? I need my head examined. More coffee. Cowser's at first. What am I... Or Westburg's at first, Cowser's at the plate. You know what? I'm going to take this microphone out. I'm going to... Check. All right. The microphone did that. The microphone made all the mistakes. Cowser, first pitch, hard hit, left field, backing up, and over his head, Westburg is rounding third. Cowser is going to have himself... No! Westburg is cut down at the plate. Are you kidding me? Oh, God. I know I didn't make a good call there. Brandon Hyde wants to make sure. Bang, bang play at the plate. Ooh. Hold on. It is bang, bang. Westburg sliding to the outside of the plate. The catcher slapping the tag on the shoulder. Westburg slapping the plate with his hand, but we're not even going to challenge. So that's it. My goodness. Hit into a double play in the first, and now a runner cut down after a extra base hit from Cowser trying to score. All right. We go to the bottom of the second. Orioles nothing, Nationals nothing. My goodness. Yep. Janet already laying down the law, and we'll see how long this lasts. We will see how long this lasts. I'm not sure, Narniak. I'm not sure. Because they didn't challenge, I didn't have the benefit of sitting there and watching more than maybe one extra angle. and none of it was slowed down on a frame by frame, and it needed a frame by frame slowdown, but it was close enough. And your boy, yeah, I feel like if you're going to use a challenge early in the ball game, that's when you do it. If it means a run or not, especially a run that gives you a lead, go ahead and use the challenge, because you just never know. I mean, we saw what happened out there with the Angels. Everything looked like they were going to overturn that call and say we were out at second, or that we didn't. That the runner was safe, that Gunnar didn't slap the tag on Joe Adele. Either way, I don't know. I need more coffee. Your boy needs coffee. Somebody hold my hand through this game tonight. All right. Bottom of the second. Thank you, Maria. All right. Joey Meneses is at the plate, and he looks at a curveball off the plate outside for ball one. Meneses with a pair of hits off of Corbin Burns last night, including an RBI, hitting .227 on the season. Next pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Aaron says a new chair will bring us some luck. Folks, I haven't had a chance to really sit down. I'm still waiting for things to happen before I put the cart before the proverbial horse, if you know what I mean. 3-0 the count now on Meneses. Hold on, let me see how this at bat goes. That's a 4-pitch walk. By the way, if we want to talk about superstitions, Melanie Newman calling her second straight game of the night on Masson. Just saying. I really don't. I don't know. Whatever it is. What is it? It's not me. All I know is whatever happened last night is not my fault. Here we go. Kybert Ruiz at the plate. I am so exhausted. I did not sleep at all. Kybert Ruiz is batting .127, 2 homers, 4 RBI, and went 0 for 4 last night. This one's fouled back, 1-1. I mean, I had insomnia, folks. I'm not complaining. I'm sure it's happened to you too. You go to lay down to sleep, and you just lay there. You turn over, you try to play some boring thing on YouTube. You think it's going to put you to sleep. The next thing you know, you just sat through an hour of something boring on YouTube, and you're still laying there. That was your boy last night. 1-1 the count. And there's a called strike. I was probably just unable to sleep thinking about that home plate umpire from last night. Oh, my God. 1-2 the count. Runner at first. Nobody out. And this one is up. 2-2 on Kybert Ruiz. Let's attack these hitters that are batting .127, please. Pitch is lined over the glove of Henderson into center field for a base hit. Meneses, the lead runner, stops at second base, and the Nationals, for the second straight inning, have 2 on and nobody out. My goodness. So there you go. Kybert Ruiz, with one swing, raises his batting average about 20 points. Eddie Rosario at the plate. He's hitting .125. Swing and a miss. He went after that slider that was probably 6 inches from hitting him by the time it got to the catcher's mitt. Another way of saying it was pretty well inside, folks. That's what I'm driving at. Here's a check swing on a pitch in the dirt. Appeal to the third base umpire, who I don't want to look at. He says safe. No swing. 1-1 on Rosario. Since last season, lowest opponent's batting average first time through the order for starting pitchers in all of baseball. Bradish is third best. But you wouldn't know it during this first trip to the lineup. Already a couple of hits and a walk. Or 2 hits and 2 hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And we're not even through this lineup yet. Eddie Rosario at the plate with a 1-2 count. And this one is off the plate outside. Fastball at 96 from Bradish. 2-2. Let's see a strikeout pitch here, please. Swing and a miss. There it is. Rosario turns around to the umpire for a sec. I guess he's asking, would that have been a strike? Yes, it would have. By a pretty healthy margin. Wasn't that far out of the way. It had a couple inches to go before it was too high or too outside. So 1 away. And now I'd like a double play ball, please. As Terry Lipscomb, the number 9 hitter, steps in. He had a base hit and an RBI last night, hitting .241. First pitch to him, swung on and fouled away. A weak swing on a fastball there. Both teams in their traditional uniforms after the City Connect matchup last night. The first time 2 clubs have faced each other wearing City Connects. And I guess that's all I'll say about City Connects, because I am fully aware that there's a large percentage of Oriole fans who are fully convinced that those jerseys are cursed. What are you going to do? Here's one low and away, and the count is 1-1. With only 1 out here in the second, Bradish is on 36 pitches. Lipscomb, the number 9 hitter at the plate, and this one's back up the middle and is going to get through for a base hit. A runner is going to come around to score, and the Nationals are on the board first with a 1-out RBI single by the number 9 hitter, Terry Lipscomb. All right, we're behind again. I don't buy it. I don't buy the whole curse. I just don't. I don't even want to mention why I think a lot of people want to insist that they're cursed, because I think they have an agenda that's completely nothing to do with results on the field. It has something else going on there. But your boy's not going to get into it. He's just going to leave it right there. Jacob Young at the plate. First pitch to him is a called strike. First and second now. 1 out and a run in here in the bottom of the second for the Nationals. So that was 1 trip through the order for Bradish. He gave up 3 hits, a hit batter, and a walk. This one is chopped back to Bradish. He looks towards second. He doesn't have a play there. We'll go to first for out number 2. Janet just thinks they're ugly, which that's fair. That's perfectly fine. Again, I like the sort of, it looks like something out of a silent film, like old school bank robbers or something. C.J. Abrams up. He was hit by a pitch in the previous inning. Now he's up there with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 down. And he lines one down the right field corner, foul. My goodness. Folks, we were just a split second of timing there by Abrams away from being down 3-0. That one just foul. Cantankerous is just explaining our strategy. Well, if that's our goal, so far so good. This one's upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Hey, I feel you, Cantankerous. That's what I'm saying. As long as people own who they are, you got my respect. You go ahead and be Cantankerous, Cantankerous. Here's a check swing, and they say he went around. I don't know if we're going to see a replay on that check swing. It's the Orioles broadcast. They don't care to show it again. That looked a little bit light, though, on Abrams. The count 1-2. Pitch. High. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bradish on 43 pitches in the second. This is not a good pace, in case you weren't aware. Here it comes, the 2-2. Check swing. That's a call. It's strike 3. Thank you, ump. Inning over. That pitch was top of the zone, outside edge. And Bradish with another strikeout. He gives up a run, but it could have been a lot worse. The Nationals have left 4 on base through the first 2 innings. So, folks, you might be down right now, but it could be a whole lot worse. You know, it could be a whole lot worse. We go to the third, 1-0 Nationals. So what does my script say now? What am I supposed to do after 2 innings of baseball? So I don't forget things. Mention the Discord. Drop a link, why don't you? All right. I can do that. I can do that. Do I have that right here? Did I already? There you go. Folks, just so you know, the BirdWatcher channel does have a Discord. It's a place where we can have a little community and hang out and talk when the game isn't on. The other 21 hours of the day, you head on over there. Be a part of a community that way as well. You can post whatever you want. There's some sub groups there, BirdWatcher, Banter, School of Baseball, if you got any questions about the game. I had a couple of people already early on in this channel that were brand new to just the sport. And I'm like, sure, I'd love to answer any of your questions you have about rules or whatever. We've got it going on in the Discord. Link is in there with the up-to-date invite. So head on over. That'll be my huckleberry. Appreciate it there, Val. All right. You're new to my channel and the sport. There you go, Coldest. Well, Coldest, we've got 1 minute. If you can come up with a quick question about baseball, I'll answer it right here and now. Just to get you started. A free one. How is it possible to go 11 innings in a row without scoring against the Nats? I know. Like, and I said it last night. I said after what happened last night that we would come out raking, and so far it hasn't happened. And James McCann is up now to lead things off at the top of the third. First pitch is a swing and a miss. And I've totally lost my cursor. Where is it? I have no idea where my cursor is right now. This one's upstairs, 1-1. I'm looking at half of a screen. Oh, my. I've got to do another adjustment here. Hold on, folks. Stand by. There we go. Your boy's battery. This one's grounded to third. Lipscomb over to first. McCann retired on a ground out. 5-3. Yeah, I have to like tuck my little AC plug power cord. I have to like tuck it under my laptop so that it pinches just right because the connection isn't quite right. More things falling apart around me. Okay, here's Cedric Mullins. And this pitch went over everybody. What happened there? That one just completely out of the hand of Mitchell there. Just a bit high. The umpire covering his own head. This one is a little bit high. Not nearly as high as the last pitch, but ball two. Here's one upstairs. 3 balls on Mullins. Let's get on base somebody, somehow, some way. Oh, there's my cursor. It's over here. Why? It's stuck. It's stuck right there on my screen. Okay, now it's kind of moving, and now it's... I don't know what's going on. It's just doing whatever it wants. I have to get a new computer. That's about all there is to it. I have to adjust things here. Maybe I can like that. There we go. Do it this way. The old up and down arrow, folks. What is score? All right. What does a score? Are you not familiar with sports? How you doing, my friend? Mullins on the ground, right side, second base. And he will be retired. 2 groundouts here in the top of the third. And back to the top of the order for Gunnar Henderson. So we've made one trip through the lineup. And after an infield hit by Gunnar, wiped out on a double play, we've had one other hit. And that resulted in an out at the plate. Sheesh. 2 out, nobody on for Gunnar. And this one is a little bit off the plate outside for ball 1. Yeah, I figure I leave my cursor pad alone for a minute. I'll be fine. I'm going to have to do the same thing again. Is this just a night not meant to be? What are you doing? What are you doing, you dumb cursor? Just move. I can't. I don't have the patience today. I don't have it. Here's the next pitch to Henderson. And a check swing, and it's a called strike on the outside edge. There we go. Oh, now you're moving. Now you're moving. Okay. It's your world, cursor. I'm just living in it. I'm just trying to get by in your world. Up to you. There's a big cut and a miss there by Henderson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Parker holds the glove up way high over his head, as high as you can hold it, when he's standing there waiting for his sign. Interesting technique. 2-2, swing and a miss. Henderson strikes out, inning over. My goodness. Wow. Okay, folks, we are at an all-time low for the 2024 season right now. Your boy is putting his foot down right now. Enough of this. I have seen enough of this, whatever this is. Wake up. Wake up. Look, you want me to shotgun this coffee right now? Look how much of this coffee is. I'm telling you folks right now. This is Thailand coffee, and they don't mess around. And I told them make it strong, which to them is like going to a spicy food restaurant and tell them, hey, make it extra spicy. Oh, they'll put you to the test. My heart might pop out of my chest like, frickin' alien over here, all right? But you know what? I've had enough. There we go. Caffeine. Gatorade. That's not a sports drink. Coffee is. All right. Wise suddenly like pulling teeth to score a damn run. O's making another mediocre Nats pitcher look like Cy Young. Narniak, it's frustrating. I feel you, man. It's frustrating. I saw a comment last night, and let me go ahead and address that, because your boy did go back. I wanted to hear my own rant on the umpire, but I caught a comment. It was made by somebody. It was the only comment I ever saw from this person the entire game. They made one comment, and they said, "This is the real Orioles. This game exposes the Orioles for who they really are. This is the real Orioles." And I'm sitting there going, so you mean to tell me the first 34 games of the year were the exception, and this one game tonight is the rule? Really? Really? Does that make any sense? Here's a called strike to Garcia, leading off the bottom of the third. 0 for 1 so far tonight. No, folks. I mean, we would have to play like this for another 2 weeks straight before I'm ready to go, this is the team we are, okay? Here's a fly ball in the center. Mullins makes the catch, 1 away. Yeah, clearly a comment by somebody that just doesn't like the Orioles and was just waiting for a time when we weren't doing well. So I welcome troll comments like that because I know there's a lot of people out there right now that look at our team with jealousy and contempt. You know what I say? Let them. We'll let the results speak for themselves. And if we're in a little bit of a slump right now, so be it. It's a long-ass season. Nick Senzel at the plate. 1 out. Did I even call the out? That Garcia flied out to center field? I am so sorry. Folks, this is going to be my worst call of the season. And I apologize, and I'm admitting it right now. I'm going to be out in front of it. This pitch is in the dirt, 1-1. Just didn't get any sleep last night. Kind of working on fumes today. You know, sometimes Cal would be in the lineup, but he wasn't feeling so great, and he put up an 0 for 4. But he wants to play, and so do I. Here's a called strike. 1-2 the count on Senzel. Too much beer, huh? I'm not sure. This one's a check swing on a pitch way off the plate. No appeal. 2-2 the count on Senzel. 1-0 Nationals, bottom of the third, in the second game of a 2-game series. The Orioles, again, if they don't win tonight, here's a check swing, and this time the appeal is on, and it's a called strike 3. So Garcia goes down on a check swing. Another strikeout for Bradish. What is that, 4? 5 strikeouts for Bradish already. Look out. Come on back, everything. Come on back, everything. And I mean everything. Thank you. This laptop is the bane of my existence right now. Jesse Winker at the plate. First pitch is a ball. And the necker. What's going on with this OBS studio? Oh, come on, man. Oh, boy. Okay, apparently my connection went down for a second again. So not only are there connection... fouled back by Winker. 2 balls and a strike. I tell you what, folks. Man, tomorrow is an off day, and your boy, I know we just had one not 2 days ago. I need another one. These off days coming at the right time for me. This pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 3-1. Can Stowers come up at any point? Why is he being suppressed by the coaches? I mean, we called up Kjerstad. Stowers is pretty much another Kjerstad type option, right? Left-handed hitter, outfielder. Can't really play center. It's just a matter of what we're going to do with him. I feel like you can't have Stowers up with Kjerstad on the team because Kjerstad's barely getting a look as it is right now. I tell you what I was looking at, Connor Norby. Connor Norby has been playing some outfield. He's listed, when I was looking at those AAA stats at the beginning of the night, as a left fielder. So if Norby's playing in the outfield, this pitch is low and in on Winker. And after being ahead 0-2 in the count, or was he behind 2-0? I can't remember. I tell you what. Your boy's just going to say things that he sees. I'm not going to try and paint any pictures because it's just not working tonight. Drew French is out for a chat with Kyle Bradish after that 2-out walk. I feel absolutely discombobulated right now. That's right. The universe might be against me. It just might be. No worries, folks. No worries. And I can see that I'm behind on the scoreboard here because I just saw the spoiler for this at-bat. Joey Meneses is at the plate. Walked in his first at-bat, and he came around to score the only run of the game. This one's hit back up the middle. Second baseman Mateo, a flip to Gunnar, who covers second for the force to win the inning. Nice little play there by Mateo, understanding the need to get that force play there, and that'll end the inning. So Bradish, he's laboring. Pitch counts high, but only the one run through the first 3 innings. It's not a disaster by any means. We're in the ball game in terms of pitching, but 1 run feels like 10 runs the way this offense is going right now. Whoo, doggy. At the end of 3, it's the Orioles 0 and the Nationals 1. And this is what I do going into the 4th inning. I come back. Where's my cursor? Where's my cursor now? Where even is it now? Oh, there it is. Good Lord. It's like disappearing off and on the screen. There it is. Let's take a look at some out-of-town scores while I have the ability. In the bottom of the 3rd, the Rangers are ahead of Oakland 5-4. Bottom of the 3rd as well in Cincinnati. The Diamondbacks with a 2-1 lead on the Reds. Top of the 4th, no score between the White Sox and the Rays. The Yankees, unfortunately, have a 2-1 lead on the Astros, and right now with 2 out, they've got the bases loaded. Red Sox and Braves just getting underway. Everything else is final. Earlier on today, the Angels slid past the Pirates 5-4. Blue Jays over the Phillies, red-hot Phillies, 5-3. Guardians in 10 innings with a 5-4 win over the Tigers. Kansas City over the Brewers 6-4. The Cubs shut out by the Padres 3-0. San Diego in that one. Dodgers stay hot with a 3-1 lead, or 3-1 final over the Fish. Oh, I guess there are other games later. By the way, Texas and Oakland, they're playing now. They had a doubleheader today. Oakland won the first game 9-4. Games later, Twins versus Mariners, Rockies versus Giants, and the Cardinals versus Mets game has been postponed. Okay, Adley Rutschman at the plate. He grounded into a double play on 1 pitch his first time up. Takes a strike here to begin the 4th. And the next pitch is low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Adley Rutschman. Leading off here in the 4th, the Orioles show me something. Ground ball foul off to the left. Hey, Charles, how you doing? Yes, smash that like button, like Charles says. Charles knows well. Why am I behind on the calls? Jack, here's how it works. You say I'm behind. Obviously, I'm saying what's happening right when I'm looking at it. So that means there's a delay between when I'm looking at it, saying it, and then when it gets brought out to YouTube and you're seeing it. And the best way to fix that problem, Jack, take that remote in your hand. Here's a ground ball by Rutschman third base over to first in time for out number 1. When there's an out recorded, Jack, just pause the game, let me catch up, unpause, and then you're good to go for the rest of the night, okay? See, for Rob, I'm ahead somehow. Everybody's kind of got to do a little bit of an adjustment. Luckily, we live in an age where, digital televisions and what have you, we can just pause our game and sync things up. All right, Mountcastle's at the plate. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike. Mitchell Parker. I don't know anything about this guy. And I honestly haven't seen much in him other than a bit of a weird windup that's so difficult with him. This one's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. How does a whole team just... It's like, is there a virus in the clubhouse? Has everybody got like a stomach virus or something? How is everybody this ice cold? 1-1 pitch. This one's hit hard, but right at the third baseman Lipscomb. Are you kidding me? I mean, and I just heard Ben McDonald say a lot of bad luck. Same words are about to come out of my mouth. We have had some hard-hit balls in these 2 games. That's another one right at a fielder. Right at him. This is just how it goes, folks. This is the game of baseball. We know how this goes. This is why you have to play 162 games. You need to play that many games to make all the weird things in baseball even out. You know what I'm saying? Santander walked his first time up. First pitch is a strike. Here's the 0-1. This one's lifted in the air on the left. Stay fair. Down the line. Gone. Bye-bye, birdie. And just like that, I Santander you to give up on this team. The Orioles have tied it up. Home run number 6 on the season for Anthony Santander, and this ball game is tied. Tony Taters once again. Get those Tatas in the chat. If you are a member, you'd be able to do this. Tatas, show me your Tatas. Get in. Let's see if that wakes this team up. Up steps Jordan Westberg as Santander gets high fives in the dugout. Here's a hard-hit baseball. Backhanded at second. Garcia over to first in time. Another solid play by him. And that ends the inning. Westberg hit the ball hard. All 3 balls in this put into play this inning were hit hard. Luckily, one of them left the yard. Santander takes a drink from the hose. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We're tied at 1. Hey there, Cantankerous. I got to be honest with you. When your boy sat there, I've told this story once. I don't know if everybody's heard it. But at the end of the first night of doing this, I had a bird right here on my balcony land. And we sat there and we basically communicated with each other. I came up with that home run call. I said, why is that? I've never, everyone's got home run calls. I'm never going to be able to come up with a call of my own. There's no way. And then bye birdie. Why not? Why not? It's perfect. It's perfect. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, I've got a home run call for Adley Rutschman that I am so ready. I cannot. It's killing me. It's killing me. We've been real good at grinding out the second this series. Yeah, Garcia's been very active. Ozuna 3-run dong. Braves going to pound the Red Sox tonight. Okay, that's good news. Let Boston take one on the chin. Despite my voicing my frustrations on the Orioles, you have been doing a good job of showing optimism, and I appreciate it, BW. Also, your play calling ain't too shabby either, Jack. And you're giving me that compliment on what I know has been so far the worst play calling I've done in 35 games. This has been I am so sleep deprived. I'm just being upfront about it. I'm not sitting here making excuses. I'm just saying I'm a pretty transparent person. I'll tell you like it is. But I appreciate it, Jack. I appreciate it. And folks, we need optimism, all right? We're looking at a great ball club, day in, day out. We're going to have our ups and downs. But the overall picture, folks, you've got every reason to be optimistic about these Orioles. Hey there, Pure. Put Bye-Bye Birdie up against any other home run announcer's call. Great stuff. Pure, that's a big compliment, my friend. Thank you so much. Folks, be sure to check out Pure Adrenaline Sports. I'm sure he didn't compliment me just for a plug. I'm just kidding, Pure. But, be sure to check out his channel. I believe, your game got rained out tonight. I'm sorry, folks. Let me catch up on the action. Kybert Ruiz is at the plate leading off the bottom of the fourth. This pitch is outside, and the count now at 2-1. Excuse me, inside. I lied. I was catching up. And this one is on the corner outside to even up the count at 2-2. Okay, your boy's right back in it. Ruiz at the plate to lead off the bottom of the fourth in a 1-1 ball game. Oh, you're doing Rangers A's. Well, I think I set up my stream to go over to Fitz's channel after this one today. I wasn't sure. I figured I would flip-flop between you guys. Next pitch is high for ball 3. Full count on Ruiz leading off the bottom of the fourth. This one's hit hard. That one's going to get down for a base hit in the right field for Ruiz. His second hit of the game and third of the series. This guy was hitting like half my weight when this series started. Oh, he's got another hit. By the way, this is not up to date. The score is, but not the box score, not the at bats. This has Luis Garcia at the plate. Let me get you guys back up and okay, there we go. Eddie Rosario up to hit now. And his first pitch is a called strike, bottom of the zone on the outside corner. Rosario struck out back in the second. And again, we're in the bottom part of this order. Got to take care of business. This one is fouled behind the plate, 0-2. My friend watched a highlight reel from the pros for a game I missed the other night, and I realized how great at Orioles BirdWatcher is at calling games. They had no enthusiasm, and I can't understand half of it. Don't you hate it when you almost got your whole comment in there and all you had to just put it? No, thank you, my friend. Once again, the compliments, you guys. And I'm going to say something about that here after the next out here. This one's fouled away by Rosario, and he's going to take a moment to walk that off as that hit him on the foot. Maybe I've got a time now. I want to say this, folks. One of the reasons why I'm so excited about my channel is that I realize my presentation right now is very bare bones. It's very simple. This camera I'm working with is just straight out of my laptop. I've got zero production, it's all bare bones. And yet the channel is growing at a great rate. And I got to think it's because I'm doing something pretty good, right? You guys are sticking around for what's most important, right? A good play call and a good community to follow the Orioles. That's what it's all about, right? Whoa, my goodness. 0-2 the count on Eddie Rosario. My friend, hang in there. Wow, that was a compliment beyond compliments. 0-2, the pitch from Bradish. Swing and a miss. Rosario goes down. There's the first out here in the fourth. Ruiz at first, one away. My friend, my goodness, a big old heart from your boy, the BirdWatcher. Big old super chat. Orioles BirdWatcher is the best O's caller. Now, let's slow our roll. Not all time. Certainly not all time. I'm not better than Chucky Thompson. I'm not better than John Miller or Joe Angel. This one's in the dirt, gets away. Ruiz, however, must be... Oh, no, he does get to second base. McCann took his time retrieving the ball. I guess he just knew Ruiz would make it to second on that wild pitch. So now the double play is no longer in order. With one out and a runner at second, Terry Lipscomb at the plate. He's got the only RBI so far tonight for the Nationals. He hit a ground ball up the middle his first time. This one's right center field, and it's going to be caught by Santander. What a diving catch by Tony. Tony with the homer. Now Tony lays out full. I can't believe he caught that baseball. Unbelievable. Folks, he might not have much range, but if Tony can get there, he will get there. I mean, he lunged. He didn't go flying through the air like Cedric Mullins, but he did everything he could to get to that baseball that was in the gap. And I'm telling you, folks, we wouldn't have a lead right now if it weren't for Santander, and we wouldn't have a tie right now if it weren't for Santander. 2 down. Ruiz moves up to third on the out. And now Jacob Young back to the top of the order for the Nats. 2 down, runner at third. Woo, boy. I tell you what, even if the offense is struggling, man, just show me a solid play in there. It doesn't take much to get your boy excited. Want to know the count? That's a called strike. Low inside corner. Bradish already on 72 pitches. It looks like the same pace he was on the first time. He might not make it through 5. If he does, that'll be at 5 innings at most, I would say. This is a called strike, bottom of the zone. 1-2 on Jacob Young. And thank you once again to the man, right? Or my friend? Is that my friend or the man? I better not get this wrong. I think it's my friend. Of course. My friend. Thank you, my friend. My friend. my friend. Thank you very much. Hey, Card's back. Hey, Card. Folks, Card Crazed. Another fantastic mod. Card, if by the way, if you want to hang out and not have mod duties, just let your boy know. No worries if you just want to be here to hang out. Okay? 2-2 the count on Young. This one's hit on the ground to short. Henderson's got it to first in time, and the inning is over. The Nationals strand a runner at third. And, folks, you think we're frustrated. The Nationals have left 6 men on base through 4 innings. They've had an opportunity to put more than 1 run up. But we're going to the 5th inning in a tie ball game. Let's go. All right, we're going to take these lemons and make us some lemonade. Yeah, he is laboring. It's going to not be too long for Bradish tonight. I mean, we were hoping to at least build off of 4 2/3 innings. He might be able to get through 5. But we're going to have a bullpen that's pretty rested. Especially our best guys, our Coulombs and our Canoes. Okay, at the end of 4, what am I supposed to do? Oh, that's right. You see, I'm glad I wrote this script. I'm glad I came up with a script. It's time for your boy to have a lucky, because it's the end of 4 inning stretch, and I think it's important for me to get out of this dumb chair twice a game, not once. Okay? I'm still here. Stand by. Hit that like button, why don't you, if you haven't already. It helps out the channel. I am not lying about that. More and more people are finding... Folks, I'm telling you right now, but by the time this season's over, there's going to be a Baltimore Oriole on the team that is aware of this channel. They're going to know about it. And they're going to be like, I love when the BirdWatcher does a home run call for me. You watch. It's happening. Soren, I feel you, Soren. I feel you. I mean, again, our record against teams with winning records coming into the series is 14-5. A lot of our losses have been to teams with losing records. But here's the deal. We lost last night, and that then gave the Nationals a winning record. So now that we're playing a team that is now a winning team, now we're going to beat them, right? Here's Jorge Mateo. First pitch is a strike. Next pitch is low and away for ball one. 1-1 on Mateo, 0 for 1 so far tonight. Where's the rest of the scoreboard here? It is a 1-1 ball game. There we are. This one's lifted foul behind the plate. 1-2. Parker's 1-2 is lifted in the air. This is a high, shallow fly ball. The right fielder will make the catch and just hand the ball to the second baseman who is out there near him. One out here in the top of the fifth. Mateo flies out. All right, folks, let's get some cows in the chat, and let's do it quick. He might be swinging first pitch. It's been a while since I've sent out the call. And he does swing at the first pitch. And look at this. It's a play at first. They try to flip it to the pitcher covering. Cowser with a slide in the first. And the ball goes over the head of the pitcher. Cowser is safe. The cow goes. It's not over Parker. It just bounced off his glove. Well, I guess it did bounce off the tip. But I tell you, he didn't. I mean, it was a. Yeah. I got to kind of put that on Parker. It was a high throw, but yeah, that's off the webbing. Yeah, you gotta snare that. All right, so a little bit of help. Cowser's at first base. It'll go down as a hit. And now we've got James McCann at the plate. First pitch is fouled away. No balls and one strike. McCann grounded out back in the third. Oh, I would have caught that. I'm a couple inches taller. But yeah, the pitcher, it looked like he was a little too concerned about whether or not his foot was going to hit the bag versus looking the ball into the glove. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back, and the count 0-2. Cowser's got some speed, by the way. It'd be nice to see us find a chance to show that we can run too. The Nats have been sort of taking the aggressive base running to a higher level. That's supposed to be what we're all about. Here's a foul ball off to the right by McCann. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. This will be the 63rd pitch from Parker. Foul back, still 0-2. Your boy will be back on in another minute or two. How fast is the milkman? He can deliver you 4 cartons in 4.25 seconds. Check swing. And he went around. According to the first base umpire, McCann goes down. Another check swing strikeout. The Nats had at least one. I want to say there was another one in this game. 2 down in the 5th. Which slide are you talking about? Here's a check swing foul behind the plate by Cedric Mullins. Mullins 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out in the 3rd. Cowser Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Did I say slide? He dove like hands first. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said slid. I'm sorry. Yeah, he dove hands first into the bag. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, if somebody were sliding into first base, I realize how awful that must have sounded. Again, I'm out in front of this, folks. I'm out in front of it tonight. I need you guys to hold my hand through this game. Oh, man. Simple cow. All right. 2 strikes on Mullins, 2 down. Cowser's at first. Top of the 5th. And how little mistakes going forward can I limit? Here's a check on Cowser. He's back in very easily. Another 0-2 to Mullins is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I need to go back to Little League. My goodness. If you enjoy my play calling, folks, much appreciated. I like to think I do a pretty good job, but man, tonight, what am I doing? This one is fouled back behind the plate. And the count is 1-2 still. Yeah, back to the drawing board. All right, coming back to you now on the screen. And things are getting pretty bright here behind me. Mullins strikes out. Mitchell Parker gets a strikeout to end things here in the top of the 5th. This game is halfway through the books, at least if there is an outcome before extras. We go to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1. That's right, Soren. I know, Card. I know. I'm hoping I'm building up my endurance and that these early off days are helping with that endurance build. It's going to get interesting. I know this. Like I'm mentally ready for it all. It's just is my vocal cords prepared for this? I don't know. We're going to have to find out. If I have to talk to a voice box, I will. I will report the game. I'll be at Camden next Saturday, the 18th. Nice. Who's in town next Saturday? So is that the Blue Jays, Soren? Who do we have? We have Arizona, I think Seattle, and then Toronto. Is that it? Seattle. Okay, so Seattle. That is the other team. So maybe I got the order wrong. I guess it would be Arizona first, and then Toronto during the week, and then wrap it up with Seattle the following weekend. We got a 9-game series coming up, folks, after this game tonight at home. And if you live in the Baltimore area, get on out to the ballpark. There's only one place the BirdWatcher wants you to be at an Orioles game if it ain't here, and it's at the ballpark. All right? Don't worry about me. Or bring a small device and you can have me with you anyway. Just be at the ballpark. Yep, D-backs, Jays, and Mariners. Thank you, Card. That's right. I go the distance. I'm an old school pitcher. I pitch on 1 day's rest and I pitch 9 innings. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 5th. C.J. Abrams. He'll be followed by Garcia and Senzel. He looks at a breaking ball for a called strike. Abrams hit by a pitch back on the 1st and struck out his last time up in the 2nd. This one's fouled back. He's in the hole 0-2. And currently, Melanie Newman is having a conversation with Ben McDonald how her generation is the avocado toast generation. I have no idea what she's talking about, as Abrams fouls this one back, and the count is still 0-2. What in God's name are you talking about, Melanie? Avocado toast. This pitch is in the dirt, 1-2. I mean, I'll go off topic, but I'm in the avocado toast generation? What does that even mean? What generation am I? Crunch berries? I don't know. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's at the top of the zone, but a little bit high. Count 2-2. Okay, apparently I'm not alone. I mean, I don't dislike her at all. Here's a swing and a miss as Abrams strikes out Bradish with another K. The Ks are there for Bradish. He's racking them up. What's he up to now? 7 through 4 1/3. He's just got to figure out how to get batters out a little quicker. I'm a part of the coffee and lucky generation. You darn tootin'. Oh, a terrible swing there by Garcia. Oh, so Garcia's a switch hitter. I'm just now picking up on this. He's a switch hitter, ain't he? Wasn't he batting right-handed last night? This one's off the plate outside. So just another thing in this kid's locker. And it only took your boy a game and a half to figure it out. 1-1 the count on Garcia. There's a called strike, outside corner. Bradish dotting the outside edge nicely there to get ahead of Garcia. 1-2. Bases empty, 1 down, tie ball game, bottom of the 5th. This one's fouled off to the left. The Nationals got their run in the 2nd on a single by Terry Lipscomb. And the Orioles tied it up in the 4th with a solo shot from Anthony Santander. The Orioles have double barrel action in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. Bradish, strikeout number 8. Get some. I'm going to tell you this right now. Bradish probably emptying the tank here. 86 pitches. I can pretty much guarantee, even though he's looking pretty effective, he's probably just going to go the 5 innings here, assuming he doesn't get into trouble with 2 down. There's a breaking ball, perfectly located. I tell you what, Bradish, this is the best inning he's looked so far. Another well-placed pitch to get ahead of Nick Senzel, 0-1. Next one, outside corner at the knees. I tell you what, you can't walk up and place the ball any better than Bradish has on these last 2 pitches. Senzel, now 0-2. This one's high. A ball and 2 strikes. They're going to let him go 7? No, they're not. There's no way, the man. There's no way. He's going to be at least 90 pitches into the game after 5 innings. There's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. On pitch number 90, Bradish strikes out the side. Make it 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. Booyah. We are through 5. I'd love to see him come out, folks. By the way, Senzel struck out 3 of those 9 times. Look at that right there. Struck out in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Yeah, I mean, I know, guys. I know. I'd love to see him pitch more. But we got to think about how would you guys feel knowing that Bradish is coming back from an injury that a lot of other people would make a decision, put him under the knife now, because if this rehab thing doesn't work out, we're going to lose him for an extra year and a half, wasting time. Well, we got to think about it on the reverse end. Well, now he's back, and now we're easing him back in. We gotta keep this arm careful. What we want is this guy's arm in October, okay? I don't want to push this guy. You folks hearing me? Yeah, let's put up some big runs right now. Give him a nice cushion. Give him the W, and call it a day. Narniak says he'd let him start the 6th. I mean, folks, I'm not gonna say it's a terrible idea. I'm not gonna say you're out of your mind. This is what your boy would do with Bradish on 90 pitches. I just don't like the idea of putting a pitcher out there knowing that at most I'm probably going to get one more batter out of him, even if he were in mid-season form. Closing in on 100 pitches, you're already looking at taking him out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Narniak. Well, let's put some runs up and make it easier to take him out. By the way, Albert Suarez and Danny Coulombe were both getting loose. Now, that's not bad. If we're going to the pin and it's going to be Suarez or Coulombe, I trust those guys. They're both doing pretty good. So, no matter what happens, let's get behind the team here. All right, Gunnar Henderson will lead it off here in the top of the 6th. Parker out for his 6th inning of work, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. On a pitch on the bottom outside corner of the zone. Gunnar, 1 for 2 tonight, led off the game with a single. And the next pitch is swung on and hit in the air. Deep right field. The right fielder is just pretending to know where it is. That ball's gonna go. Did he? Bye-bye birdie. The right fielder apparently didn't know where that ball even was. Just lost in the D.C. night. Gunnar Henderson with home run number 11, and the Orioles have taken the lead. There's your run. There's your run. And folks, let's be careful on the spoilers there. I noticed out of the corner of my eye a little quick on the celebration, folks. Little quick. Let's keep in mind, some folks are waiting on what I'm saying to know what's happened. But yeah, Gunnar got a hold of that one. A slider over the wall, about a 15-foot wall out there in right field. Adley Rutschman at the plate, and he takes low for ball 1. The Orioles with their first lead in this series. Let's protect it. Let's add to it. The pitch in the dirt. 3-0 on Adley. So Parker might be reaching the end of his rope. He's in the 6th. It's only 72 pitches, but looking at his average innings per start going in, he doesn't go too deep. There's a called strike. And the count 3-1 on Rutschman. The 3-1 hit hard to the left side, and Lipscomb, the third baseman, down on a knee, snares a line drive by Adley. Another hard-hit baseball right at somebody. 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Yeah, that is the first home run of the season given up by Parker. Yes, sir. Thank you, Narniak. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Base is empty, 1 down. The Orioles ahead 2-1 in the 6th as he fouls this one back. Ooh, boy. We have a lead. We have a lead. The 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 2 so far tonight. His average down in the 270s. Orioles' averages have been dropping, obviously, with the lack of offense lately. This one's hit hard into left field, but right at the left fielder. Winker makes the catch. So another barreled up ball. Mountcastle is out number 2 here in the 6th. And here comes the manager to make a pitching change. I was going to say, Parker, the 2 outs he's gotten in this inning, both were hard-hit baseballs and then the home run ball. So that's going to do it on 77 pitches. Parker will exit the ball game. He is the losing pitcher of record. 2 outs, base is empty, and a pitching change here in Washington, D.C. All right, folks, we got a break. Let's talk turkey, shall we? How are we looking here? Oh, yeah, we got to do something about this. Folks, if you've been watching the BirdWatcher tonight, how many times have I brought up, hey, hit that like button, why don't you? Maybe once at the start of the game? We are more than halfway through this game, folks. If I haven't proven to you that what matters to me most is calling a good game, which, by the way, I really haven't, then I don't know how to prove it to you, because I'm only now bringing this up. Folks, let's get these likes up, shall we? Got over 100 people hanging out here right now. We've had over 1,000 people check in. Likes under 50. I think we had well over 60 last night. I don't see any reason why we can't hit that number again tonight, folks. Again, I know it might sound petty, but as a YouTuber, I understand this whole hitting the like button thing. It helps. I'll tell you that right now. Folks, also, there is a way you can become a member of the channel. There's a member button next to that subscribe button. Start off with a nice subscription first. It's free. There's no commitment. No salesman will visit your home, okay? Then think about maybe later on becoming a member. A magic member. And that's about it. Like and subscribe. Oh, yeah, the sub screen. I'm supposed to bring that up too now, right? You have to check the sub screen at least once a night. You didn't want to be my magic member. I can understand that. I could see how one could be thrown off a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to hit 700 tonight. Right, that's the goal. I forgot. We have to hit 700 before the end of the series. Let's see what kind of progress we're making there as we get started here. Well, we have a pitching change. Let's finish up this inning first, shall we? Law is on the pitch. Santander at the plate. Tony, of course, with the home run, the first run of the series to tie the game in his last at-bat. He takes off the plate for ball 1. Base is empty, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. And the next pitch is on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Lowe has a cutter, slider, 4-seamer, sinker, changeup, and curve. This guy's got the kitchen sink. And on the 1-1, Santander just stood there almost as if it were 3-0, like he was never going to swing. It was off the zone, a breaking ball. This one's lifted. Santander with a high fly ball, right field, but more high than deep. And the catch will be made just on the track out there in right field by Eddie Rosario. A big uppercut swing there from Tony, but didn't quite have the right angle on that to get it out of here. That'll end the top of the 6th. The Orioles have taken the lead. We have taken the lead, a home run from Gunna. Ding dong, number 11 on the season. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Orioles 2, the Nationals 1. All right, now it's time. It looks like we are 6 away. Is that right? Oh, we got this. Come on, people. Don't even act like we're not getting there tonight. 700 is knocking on the door, folks. Folks, if you're watching this channel right now and you haven't subscribed and become a part of the BirdWatcher community, again, here's the big sales pitch. It's free, and there's no commitment. There's no obligation. No salesman will visit your home. No junk email. Nothing. all you're doing is help grow this channel and make it more visible to more potential Oriole fans or baseball fans out there in the universe. Okay? So far, this channel's been able to reach hundreds of you, and that's great. And actually, it's technically reached thousands. We've gotten viewerships up to upwards of 3,000 on a given night. But you know what? It can get into the tens of thousands. The more that my little thumbnail will pop up in somebody's recommends. And the way that is done is a group effort, folks. There's only so much I can do. Sub it on up. 696, 4 to go, 700 the goal. Who wouldn't want to be one of the first 700 on a channel that's clearly taken off? All right. We are about to get started here. We'll check back in later. Folks, 4 more. You know you want to. And by the way, we might need 5 more because remember, folks, there's always that one funny guy. All right, Danny Coulombe is out. And, folks, I told you, Bradish's day is over. Here we go. Winker, first pitch, ground ball, shortstop. Henderson's got it. 1 away. Boom. Danny Coulombe in the game. 17th appearance of the season. 2.77 ERA. That just went down a little bit with that out. Opponent's hitting just a $133. That also just dropped a little bit with that out. 16 strikeouts to just a couple of walks. Joey Meneses, the next batter, takes low and in for ball 1. Cantankerous, that sounds good. Okay, 1-1 the count after that strike. Next pitch. There's a breaking ball that stayed high on Coulombe, and the count 2-1 on Meneses. Yeah, folks, tell you what, subscribe, and if we don't win the World Series, your money back. How's that sound? 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Every pitch Coulombe throws moves a 1.5 feet in some direction. That one was pretty much straight up and down. 2-2 the count. And now this one a little straighter. A little cutter there from Coulombe. Fouled away. The count is 2-2. Hey there, Christian. No need to be sorry. Everybody's got their obligations. Here's another ground ball to short. Gunner will field this one cleanly, and Meneses is out. 6-3 on the ground out. 2 down. Now we start counting some outs here. Need 10 more to go. And I want some more runs while we're at it. And they are showing a highlight of Danny Coulombe catching a football earlier in the day, and it's about the most hilarious thing I've seen so far today. Here's a ground ball foul by Keibert Ruiz. Ruiz tonight, again, coming into the series, barely hitting over 100. He's got 2 hits tonight. 2 for 2. This is a high breaking ball, 1-1. Chris, we've had a couple of days at least. I think we'd have to. I mean, honestly, Chris, we do. We have to go to them because we have to see. We got to figure out where it is. Do you need 1 day off, Craig? Do you need 2 days off? What do you need? We know he's had 2 full days off because he didn't pitch last night, and we had a day off the day before. Did he pitch on Sunday? Somebody remind me because I have a short-term memory. Here's a breaking ball. A check swing foul behind the plate. 1-2 on Ruiz. 2 down, bases empty, bottom of the 6th. I know you guys feel like you don't trust him, but at the same time, it's like we kind of got to figure out where we are with him. We got to figure out where we are. This one is liner right to gunner, so Henderson involved in all 3 outs. 2 ground outs and now a soft liner to win the inning. Coulomb gets 3 outs. Fantastic work. We go to the 7th. The Orioles ahead 2-1. And Melanie Newman loves avocado toast for some reason. All right, Steve, what does your wait, I'm in character. BW, what does your script say now after 6 innings? What are you supposed to do? Oh, it's time to once again check the out-of-town scoreboard. As Chris throws some avocados in the chat. Okay, at the end of 5, the Rangers up a run on the A's, 7-6. Diamondbacks up a run on the Reds, 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. The White Sox with a 3-1 lead on the Rays. That's in the top of the 6th. Yankees ahead by 4 runs on Houston. We need this win tonight, folks. It's 5-1 Yankees. The Braves out to a 5-0 lead on the Red Sox. The Twins off to an early lead on the Mariners, 3-0. Everything else is final tonight. Shall I go over the finals once more? I'll just tell you. Angels beat the Pirates. The Blue Jays beat the Phillies. Guardians over the Tigers. Royals over the Brewers. Padres over the Cubs. Dodgers beat the Marlins. The A's won the first game of the doubleheader over the Rangers. There's still a game yet to start in about 13 minutes. Rockies, Giants, and finally, Cardinals and Mets washed out. All right. It is the late innings. As we get closer and closer and closer to our sub-goal. And again, I felt like I had a reasonable goal. Some people were saying last night, oh, Steve, or I'm sorry, BW, you can get 700 tonight. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be greedy. Let's just go for 2 nights. 2 more people, folks. 700. The 700 Club. Oh, this one's hit hard. Westberg, first pitch, and that's a gapper. It bounces off the base of the wall in left center field. Westberg will cruise into second base. Turn on the sprinklers. It's a leadoff double here in the 7th from Jordan Westberg. That's right. And remember, folks, that double brought to you by my hat and the subscreen. Mateo pulls around the bunt, lays one down. It's going to work. They will get Jorge at first. Westberg goes to third, and the Orioles play a little small ball. I like it. Let's get that big run to third with less than 2 down, and let's call on the milkman to drive him home. Hey, get the milk truck, because it's time to drive this runner home, folks. Let's go. Bring on the milkman. Wait a minute. We're going to get a pitching change. Are they going to go to a lefty, and are we going to counter with a move? We don't have a move. This is why we need Kobe Mayo. We don't have a guy to take a lefty out and pinch hit with a righty with any real upgrade. What do we got? Urias? What do we got? I'm sure Kowser's going to hit. They're going to probably bring in a lefty. So Law came in, got 2 outs, gave up the hit. So he faced the minimum 3 batters. And I'm assuming we're going to get a lefty out here with Kowser and Mullins, 2 of the next 3 batters. And again, where is that right-handed bench bat? Now, to be fair, if I'm wanting Mayo to start games against lefties, then he would already be in the lineup. So he wouldn't be in a pinch-hitting role. Josh is okay with Kowser here. I guess I'm okay. I just want to make sure we get this run in. Big run 90 feet away. You know what, Josh? I'm with you. Cowser's got a double tonight. And that was the play that Westberg got thrown out at home. So let's rewrite the script and get Cowser to drive in Westy this time. Rob, that's my major concern, and I feel like that's the number one reason Mayo isn't getting a call-up, is that the Orioles don't feel comfortable with him in the field, in the show, which would pretty much limit him to just being a DH, and they probably don't want to do that. They want to either get him more developed at third, or maybe think about transitioning to first or corner outfield at some point. He's a very large man, that Kobe Mayo. He's a big, big boy. Okay, Luis Garcia, the lefty, is on to face the Milkman. Here we go. Seeley says 700. I'd look right now, but there's something even more important going on. And Cowser hits one to the opposite field, and that ball's going to be caught. Here comes Westberg. Here comes the throw. He is safe. And the Orioles add on to the lead. It's now 3-1. The Milkman gets the job done. An opposite field fly ball just deep enough as Westberg slides home, and the Orioles now lead 3-1. Get some. Big run. Big run. 2 down, bases empty. Cowser understood the situation. Here's McCann. He swings and misses at a pitch low and away for strike one. McCann 0 for 2 tonight. Outside, 1-1. Kjerstad is still up with us, and if you heard me in the game on Sunday, or no, if you heard me at the start of the game last night when the lineups came out and Kjerstad wasn't in the lineup, and I knew we had a lefty tonight, here's a ground ball up the middle. McCann with a solid single right through the middle for a base hit. 2-out single. Keep the faucets on. This inning isn't over yet. That was 105 miles an hour off the bat of McCann. So Garcia has come in. He got the 1 out, but it drove in a run, and that ball was hit pretty hard by Cowser, opposite field. And now a hard hit ball here from McCann. That'll bring up Mullins. He looks at a called strike. Mullins tonight 0 for 2. Grounded out to second in the third and struck out in the fifth. His average down to 205. And he is due. Yeah, so now that we're going to go back home, I don't know when we're going to get Kjerstad in the lineup. I thought this road trip we'd see a little more of him because we don't have to worry about, and we did start him in left field in one of the games in Cincinnati. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I get it. At Camden Yards, Santander's in right, and you got to have a better defensive outfielder in left. By the way, Yinier Cano is getting loose. 1-1 the count on Mullins. Pitch is a called strike. 1-2. Orioles 3, Nationals 1 here in the top of the 7th. In the final game of a mini 2-game series, the Parkway Series, as I call it. Everybody else says the Beltway Series. Well, your boy is too stubborn. Swing and a miss. Mullins goes down on strikes, and the inning is over. But the Orioles get another big run. I don't want to call it an insurance run because, honestly, I want more. If this is insurance, give me more. But we've got an extra run. We've turned a 1-run lead into a 2-run lead. 7th inning stretch time, folks. We've got the lead. And, folks, am I going to see what I believe? Ladies and gentlemen, 700, get some cakes on the griddle. Put those cakes up. 7th inning stretch time. The Orioles ahead 3-1, and thank you so much This BirdWatcher community, look at this chart, folks. This is the chart. You know what? The Orioles, this is the Orioles in 2021 right here, okay? That's the 2021 Orioles you're looking at. You see this? You see how we sort of mirror each other? You see what's going on here? We're on a mission. We're going places. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th. Who do the Nats have due up? And is Cano indeed coming out? It looks like it was just getting loose. He is going to come out. Cano is already listed on the page. So if he's pitching the 7th and Coulomb pitched the 6th, you know Kimbrel's got to pitch the 9th now, because who else is the closer at this point? I feel like if it's not Kimbrel, your next two options are Cano and Coulomb. Well, we're using them now. And then the other question is, unless Cano goes 2 innings, which to me seems like a stretch, who's the other guy that's going to bridge this gap to the 9th? Wells, as in Tyler Wells? Well, we need him back. Hey, thanks, Card. Thank you, everybody, for the congratulations. Wells still resting. I've started rehab at Bowie. Grayson threw 15 from the mound yesterday. The Parkway playoffs. That's right. Thank you for these broadcasting lifelong O's fans stuck in North Carolina. Hey, Sean, I used to live in North Carolina, Carborough area, UNC, Chapel Hill, Carborough. Lived there for a little bit. Yeah, Rob, again, it's not, look, I know everybody's confidence in Kimbrel is low, but again, folks, we're at a stage of the season where we got to figure out what to do with Kimbrel. This is a first pitch base hit in the right field by Eddie Rosario with Yenier Cano out on the mound. So the Nationals get a leadoff hit on one pitch and immediately have the tying run coming to the plate. And here we go, folks. Take your antacids, whatever. take your heart pills, whatever you got to take right now. Late innings, the Orioles ahead 3-1. Terry, have I been calling him Terry when it's Trey? I swear he's listed as Terry on the website. Lipscomb takes ball 1. He is 1 for 2 tonight. This pitch is hit on the ground. Could be 2. Gunnar will take the step on the bag and throw to first with plenty of time to spare. Lipscomb with the perfect ground ball, if you're an Oriole fan. And the bases have been wiped clean just like that. My goodness, Cano can make something scary and go away in a hurry. He's like the grandma that tucks you in bed at night to tell you there's no monsters. This is an empty base path with 2 down. And a first pitch strike to Jacob Young. Young tonight 1 for 3. No flare-ups, the man. No flare-ups. Everybody's doing all right. This pitch is low and away. 1-1 on Young, who's 1 for 3. Let me move this up a little bit for you. He singled back in the first inning. That's right. Led off the game for the Nats with a hit. Outside, 2-1. So, there's the guy. I forgot CNL is back in the mix. So, CNL Perez will be our 8th inning guy in all likelihood. Here's a swing and a miss. The count is now 2-2 on Young. So there you go, folks. There's the recipe. Lefty, righty, lefty, righty. Coulomb, Cano, Perez, Kimbrel. That's the recipe we're going with. Let's hope it works. I know how everyone's feeling about Kimbrel, and if we get to the 9th with a lead and he comes in, I know how everyone's going to be feeling. But, folks, we got to figure out what we got here. Because we've seen him be effective. I don't think he's washed up. He made about 6 or 7 straight appearances look perfectly fine. Racked up plenty of saves. But it does appear that we've got to manage his usage, and we got to figure out exactly what that management is. And now it's going to be unfortunate if he needs more than 2 days between outings to be effective, because to me, that's not a closer. You got to be at least be available every other day. But I think we've learned at least going back-to-back days or 3 days out of 5 or something like that, just we can't do that. Here's a pitch in the dirt, and the count goes full on Young. Exactly, Josh. Again, yeah, we got to figure out where we are with him and how we're going to use him when things really matter down the line. Here's a swing and that's a light foul at the plate. Just a battle swing to stay alive. This is a long at bat going to pitch number 8 here. Another payoff from Cano. Check swing, and it's called ball 4. Boy, that ball could have gone either way with the call. Cano wanted it. I mean, look, it wasn't an egregious call. That's why I'm not sitting here going crazy. And, folks, I'm fair. When I went nuts on that umpire last night, it was deserved. By the way, that's it for Cano. Perez, wow. Man, I hope Hyde knows what he's doing. We're going to Perez now, which means are we going to want 4 outs from him? Because otherwise we need even another guy before we get to Kimbrel. We can't ask Kimbrel to come out before the 9th. Perez is going to come out to try to get the last out here in the bottom of the 7th. The Orioles ahead 3-1. My goodness, just another night at the ballpark. How are we doing out there? I'd just rather it not be tonight to figure out Kimbrel. If we get swept, the 100s card, I feel you, but I mean, it's too late. Like I said, we've already used our Jacob Webb pitched last night. I'm assuming he's available if need be, but Hyde is probably thinking, if I can go without Webb, I'm going to try. Otherwise, we've already used the guys who I would consider to be, sort of our next in line closers, Cano and Coulombe, right? So, I mean, we really don't have anybody else to go to for the 9th. Albert Suarez? Are we suddenly anointing Albert Suarez starting pitcher for his 34 years of existence? We got to go to him. Kimbrel needs 4 to 5 days rest. Yeah. And if that's true, Randall, if that's true, then he's not our closer. That's not a closer. That's just a guy who's he's like a closer that is as available as a starter. That's like having your own personal catcher. We can't, that's not going to work. That's just not going to work. But look, here's to me the best case scenario. We've seen Kimbrel overused and what happens when he is overused. Best case scenario, we figure out a sort of timetable that hopefully isn't as long as 4 to 5 days. Maybe it takes 2 to 3, not just next day or pitch 2 games in 3. This one is popped up behind the plate foul from Abrams. 0-1 the count. Here's the situation, folks. It's the bottom of the 7th. The Orioles lead at 3-1. There's 2 out in the inning for the Nats. They have a runner on first base. Cionel Perez, the lefty, in to face C.J. Abrams, hitting from the same side. 0-1 the count. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. Nice movement there from Perez. Abrams actually has reverse splits on the season, hitting .333 against lefties while just .247 against righties. 0-2. That one's hit hard. That's trouble. Right field. But Santander tracks it down on the warning track. Abrams flies out to deep right field. Perez gets the final out. 7 innings in the books. 6 more outs to get. Let's keep it going. We go to the 8th. The Orioles lead 3-1. Santander has been at the center of tonight's Orioles action. All right, so Perez got that out relatively quickly. You're assuming we're going to at least try to get 1 or 2 outs from him in the ninth or in the 8th. But unless he can complete the 8th, again, we're not bringing Kimbrel out in the 8th for any reason whatsoever. That's just not going to happen. So we're going to ask Perez to get 4 outs or what? And then who's going to be up? Switch hitter, right-hander, left-hander. Well, that's a mixed bag. I guess it doesn't really matter. Albert Suarez? He was getting loose earlier in the game. I don't know him about as a late inning guy quite yet, though. We sort of tested the waters as a middle reliever when he pitched, what was it, the 6th inning? Which game was that? Was that on Sunday or was that last night? He looked okay. Exactly what about Kimbrel? What did I miss? Yeah. When we get to, folks, when we get to the trade deadline, if this closer thing hasn't worked itself out, that's definitely what we're going to go after. That's the number 1 target. Everything offensively, I feel like we can just dip into our own farm for more talent. But pitching, definitely a closer if need be. And maybe even a starter if there's issues with injuries. Now, what about this, folks? I brought it up already. Tyler Wells. I mean, now that we do have a pretty set rotation and Grayson Rodriguez still waiting to get back into the mix, once Tyler Wells is fit, does it make sense to maybe try to groom him as a late inning guy? Because he's had that role before. That could be the answer we're looking for without having to go out there and make a trade. All right. Jacob Barnes is on the pitch. Excuse me. With the top of the Oriole order up. Gunnar Henderson leading things off against Barnes, the right-hander. Gunnar homered in his last at bat, and this time he fouls one away to make it 0-2. Doesn't look like he's coming back anytime soon. That sucks. It's been a while since I've had an update on Wells. I mean, when they put them on the DL, they made it sound like, oh boy, sounds like my voice is about to give out. This one's up and in on Henderson, the count 1-2. Your boy might need a lucky to try to clear things up. There's a called strike 3. Henderson goes down looking on a pitch on the outside edge from Barnes. 1 away here in the top of the 8th. The Orioles ahead 3-1. Hey, Austin Hayes is on his rehab assignment and had a home run tonight for Bowie. Is that true? All right. Well, there you go. Austin Hayes working his way back. I'm rooting for Hazy. Get back in the groove. When I say get back in it, I mean be the Austin Hayes that was an all-star last year. Folks, the dude is a reigning all-star. This one is off the plate outside to Rutschman. 1-1 the count to Adley. Runner at first. 1 out in the top of the 8th. He's not even throwing down in Sarasota, still waiting for the inflammation. Oh, wow. So he's just still actively injured. This one's crushed. It'll get down and to base hit to right field for Adley Rutschman. Rutschman had an 11-game hit streak snapped. I think at the end of the Yankee series? Now he's up to a 6-game streak again. All right, Ryan Mountcastle, the batter. How many hits is that now for the Orioles tonight? 8 hits. First pitch to Mountie is fouled straight back. 0 for 3 tonight. His average now down to 273. He was hanging out in the 300s there. Now he's down the 270s. Let's get Mountie involved. The pitch upstairs. Hayes already has 2 homers, a double, and a single in 2 rehab games. Okay, he's ready. Would you tell him to save some of that offense for the big club? That would be good. This one is a check on the runner. Rutschman back standing. Ooh, boy. Folks, your boy the BirdWatcher is officially working on fumes right now. I am working on fumes. If this is a video game and you could monitor my stamina level, it is in the red, and that bar, it's like a sliver. The 1-1, it's grounded back to second base, a tag, and then a throw to first. Did he make the double play? He did. Garcia, once again, flashing some leather in the field. A 4-3 double play, tagging Gunnar on or tagging Adley on the bases, and then throwing to first to complete the double play. We go to the bottom of the 8th, folks. I am about to collapse. Orioles 3, Nationals 1. Okay, folks. It's time for Lucky. I'm sorry I tried to get through the rest of the game, but your boy needs some amount of stimulation to see this game home. Yes, I said stimulation, and everybody just behave. Behave. All right. So Perez is likely to come back out to start this 8th inning. I'm very interested in seeing what's going to happen. My friend is confused while Janet laughs. That's the exact sort of reaction I wanted. Laughter and confusion. Your boy is right in his comfort zone. All right. Day off tomorrow. Arizona Diamondbacks coming in. The Diamondbacks have been struggling. Certainly not looking like the team that won the pennant in the National League last year. Corbin Carroll, young stud. It'll be the battle of the 2 reigning rookies of the year. There's your headline, Gunnar versus Corbin Carroll. Carroll's off to a really slow start, but he did have a big game just the other night, maybe last night. All right, Perez is out here facing Garcia, and I guess I'm wrong. Garcia is just a left-handed hitter, and your boy just is losing his mind. I thought he was hitting from the right side last night. Well, he's lefty on lefty here. So that settles that. He's a left-handed hitter, and I stink. Boy, a line drive snared by Mateo. Jorge, did you catch that ball or did that ball catch you? 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. 5 more outs to get. Let's go. Ten push-ups, 10 bodyweight squats. Yeah. Post triple bypass surgery, Sean, I'm not going to give that one a try. I'll stick with my lucky. I have my own health regiment. 1-0 pitch to Senzel. That's right. First pitch was ball one. Second pitch is off the plate as well. 1 out, nobody on. 2-0 on Senzel. And by the way, Albert Suarez is up. And are they loosing him up to be the closer? Or is he going to come out to try to finish the eighth? This is indeed a fascinating development here at Nationals Park. 3-0 the count on Senzel. As Albert Suarez. There is ball four. And folks, that looked like a strike to me. 3-0 count. Perez gives up a 4-pitch walk to lead, with 1 out here in the eighth. Suarez is up. Rob called it. Well, let's see. I mean, he might be coming in the eighth. We got to see. But then what message is this to Kimbrel then? How will we use Kimbrel going forward if not here? Because clearly he's had enough time. I mean, either he's had enough time or we find out that he hasn't and then we never look to him again for anything. Because, I mean, he's had at least 2 full days off. Did he pitch on Sunday? Can anybody remember? All right, well, here we go. Jesse Winker. We've got the lefty-on-lefty matchup. We want Winker. If he is like he has been in his career this season, his splits are pretty. This one's right back to Gunnar. Gunner's going to do it again. Tag the bag with the foot. Throw to second for 2. Or throw to first for 2. God, go ahead and blow the double play call, Steve. Why not? It's been that kind of night. But whatever. Gunnar does it again. Another unassisted. Well, not unassisted. I can't even call a game. Gunnar with the 6-3 double play. There, I got it out. He did it. He fields the ball. He steps on the bag. He throws to first. And the inning is over. We go to the 9th. Now what? Man, oh Shevitz. Orioles 3, Nationals 1. Brought to you by Lucky Strike. I'm feeling more awake already. By the way, looking ahead to the 9th, why not? It is the bottom of the Nationals order. Janet, is it too soon to say? Let's hope it stays nice and ice cold. Josh, I like your idea. I like that idea. Baxter, you're correct. Yeah, it's going to be the bottom of the Nats lineup, okay? 6, 7, 8, and if anyone gets on, number 9. I have not seen any Natty Bo out here, but I've seen plenty of Chang, plenty of Leo, and a few other Thai brand beers out here. Your boy's not much of a beer drinker. He finds it involves too many trips to the bathroom to get the buzz you want. Yeah, Singa. Another big one out here, Solarino. Correctamundo. Okay, Dylan Floro is out for the Nationals, right-handed reliever. 17th appearance on the season. Minuscule ERA, 0.52. And opponents hitting just $180 off of this guy. Well, if you wanted more runs, the stats would tell you it's going to be tough. Well, let's see what we can do against Floro. Folks, who do you rather have up right now? Why not Anthony Santander? Why not? 1 for 2 with a bomb tonight. Where are my taters? Where are my taters? I'll be asking that question on my deathbed. Kimbrel last pitched on the 4th. Okay, well, he has to. Well, but they warmed up Suarez. So what are we doing with Kimbrel? Is he on the DL or what? It's the 8th. That's 3 full days rest. And then, yeah, I mean, another day, and now you're a starting pitcher. What are you doing? 4 days rest. That pitch is off the plate, and it's called a strike. Worst call of the night by this umpire, and it goes against us. Why not? That was about 4 inches off the outside to Tony. 1-1 the count, and he fouls this one at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If he's got a nagging, I feel like if he had a real problem, that the Orioles would look for any reason to put him on the DL without making it look like they're coming up with an excuse because they don't like what they see from him right now. If he really were hurt, I feel like they would rush to put him on the disabled list and bring another arm up. This one's inside the Santander, and the count is 2-2. Maybe the O's can trade for the Nats closer. Swing and a miss. Kimbrel is getting loose. As Jack has reported, it's just now coming to your boys' attention. They flashed to the bullpen. Kimbrel is getting loose. Santander strikes out, 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Jordan Westburg at the plate. First pitch is a strike at the bottom of the zone. Westburg 1 for 3 tonight. Scored a run after doubling in the 7th. Next one catches the outside corner. Strike 2. Your boy will be back on the screen here in a sec. 0-2 is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Where's my cursor? Oh, it's stuck again? And there it goes. I love this new stuck cursor thing. It's fun. 1-2 pitch. Outside again. Further outside. 2-2. Hello, everybody. This one is lifted, and it's going to go foul off to the right side. Into the crowd. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Westburg. Mateo is on deck. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Westburg goes down on strikes. 2 away. Up steps Mateo. Last chance to add to this 2-run lead before we go to the bottom of the 9th. Yep, I mean we've got the pieces in the minors. You got a guy like Connor Norby who, let's be honest, is there ever going to be a place for him, or even Kyle Stowers? I don't know what we could get for Stowers or Norby or the two of them together. I don't know. 0-1 on Mateo. Next pitch is outside. 1-1. But as far as some of our higher prospects go, those will probably be the 2 guys I'd be looking at as trade pieces. Here's a pitch that's a called strike. Outside edge. 1-2 on Mateo. One, 2. Swing and a miss. A lunge swing there by Mateo. Comes up empty. And the inning is over. Bottom of the 9th we go, folks. Hang on to your hats. Craig Kimbrel's coming in. And there you go. With the last sip of coffee. Going into the bottom of the 9th. That is how you nurse the coffee. That's right, folks. Take your pills now. Take your pills now. I know, folks. I know it. Everybody's feeling the same way I'm feeling. Your boy's feeling the same way. Nerves are frayed, right? And every pitch is going to be scrutinized, right? I mean, first pitch Kimbrel throws. Is it a strike? If it's not, what's going on, right? I mean, we're all going to be in that zone. Let's try to have some confidence. In fact, let me just remove the word try, because if there is real confidence, there's no try. Let's have confidence. Let's go. Come on, Kimbrel. You got 400-something saves in your career. What's one more? What's one more? Let's do this. Let's do this. Chris is feeling optimistic. I like it, Chris. Bottom of the ninth, Joey Meneses will be the batter for the Nats to lead things off. Craig Kimbrel on the mound. Appearance number 16, 3-1 record, 3.55 ERA. Obviously, that has ballooned after his previous two outings. He's had 4 days rest, is that right? Or no, 3 full days rest. He last pitched on May the 5th. He had the 6th, 7th, on the 4th. He had the 5th, 6th, and 7th to rest up. Let's go. First pitch. Up and in, and it hits the batter? Did that hit him? Holy Toledo. First pitch out of Kimbrel's hand somehow misses the face of Joey Meneses, who gets out of the way. Holy Toledo. Want to know the count. The 1-0. Called a strike, bottom of the zone. And folks, I can't look at the scoreboard. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. 1-1 the count. This one's fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch was so bad it hit the man in chat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Meneses. The pitch popped up on the infield. Mountie has it. 1 down. 1 down. 2 more outs. 2-run cushion. Well, I guess a 1-run cushion, to be fair. We can afford to give up 1. Laura, I think the Nationals are well on their way right now. They're already in a better spot than people would have put them at right now with a winning record. First pitch to Ruiz is a knuckle curve for a called strike. The next pitch is hit on the line, but right to Westberg on a knee, catches the line drive. It wasn't smoked, but it wasn't soft. A solid liner to Westberg, who makes the catch. Folks, 1 out away. Come on, folks. 1 out to get. Eddie Rosario at the plate. Our we don't get swept consecutive streak on the line. Let's go. First pitch, called strike. Bottom inside corner of the zone. Rosario 2 for 4 tonight. He's also struck out twice. This one's lifted. Deep right center. Going back, that ball's gone. Well, there's your cushion. It's gone. Cushion's gone. Cushion's gone. Kimbrel left one right out over the plate. Rosario smoked it to straightaway right field. The Nationals pull within a run, 3-2. Fastball center, a little above the middle, right where you want it if you like a high fastball. Here's Trey Lipscomb. 2 down in the ninth. 1-run ball game. And this pitch is off the plate for ball 1. The next one is way outside, 2-0. How is Melanie Newman talking like she's not incredibly agitated right now? The 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Bottom of the zone, 95 miles an hour. My God, Melanie. You understand what's on the line here? 2-1. Low and away. That knuckle curve could not get Lipscomb to chase. 3 balls and a strike. Top of the order if Lipscomb reaches. The pitch. In there. Strike 2. 2 down. Full count. Bases empty. 1-run ball game. In the bottom of the ninth. Kimbrel needs a strike. Fans on their feet. The pitch. Low for ball 4, and it's not even close. Kimbrel pounds the dirt on the mound in anger. And the Orioles are on the phone. Hyde makes the call. And I can tell you, I saw a half-second look on his face after he hung up that phone, and it's a face that said, I can't trust this guy as my closer. Keegan Aiken is getting loose. What happened to Albert Suarez? We need a pitcher. Meeting on the mound, clearly a stall tactic for Aiken to hurry up and get loose. I'm assuming we got a lefty due up. Oh, that's right. C.J. Abrams would be next. So there you go. Aiken will come out. If Kimbrel can't make the last out here, it'll be C.J. Abrams due up, the lefty. So this is it for Kimbrel. You get the save here, or you blow it, or Aiken comes in. Up to you, Craig. What do you want to do? We all want the mountain. First pitch to Young. Outside, ball 1. About 5-6 inches off the plate. Not close. Young did not offer. Runner at first. 2 down. And there goes the runner. And the throw is not going to be in time. Stolen base. Tying run now in scoring position. And, folks, Kimbrel, during his windup on that last pitch, for some reason looked behind him at second base when nobody was there on the base paths. Why was he looking at second before he threw that pitch? I'd love to know. Is he even aware of what's going on around him? The 2-0. Lifted in the air, off to the right, foul and out of play. Why was Kimbrel looking at second base before throwing that pitch? Brandon Hyde is on the top step. The 2-1. Low and away. 3-1. This is not a closer. This is not what closers do. 171 people here right now. Fantastic. Let's hope for a good result. The 3-1. Inside ball 4. Yank him. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Enough. Enough. We've tried, Craig. We've tried. We tried giving you a day off. We tried 2 days off. We've tried 3 days off. What do you need, buddy? What do you need? Get out of here, man. We're going to the bullpen. Keegan Aiken coming in to face the lefty. Good Christ. Second time he gets pulled before the save is even officially blown. And can you blame Brandon Hyde? Can you blame him? Second time he can't do it. Somebody else has got to do it for him. Good Lord. Call to the bullpen. Coming through right now. Get a grip. Jacqueline, I hope you're not talking about me. Look, this game will be over. I'll be fine. Are you talking about Kimbrel needs to get a grip? I hope so. I feel like I'm very justified in my frustration right now. Whew. Ooh, cantankerous. Ooh, that hurts. I've never heard that one before, but that's pretty, I hear you. I hear you. Again, folks, we brought him in to close this one out because we had to figure out where we were. And now we know where we are. We can't trust Craig Kimbrel, period. Not as a closer. Can he be a middle reliever for us? Maybe. Is he going to enjoy that role considering he's probably hanging around the bigs just to, rack up more saves, try to build his Hall of Fame resume? I don't know. But this isn't a closer. This is not a closer. Man, oh man, oh man. Keegan Aiken is going to have to get it done against C.J. Abrams. th appearance of the season. Folks, again, we are at probably the zenith of this game. This is it right here. Here's where it's all going to go down one way or the other. So please, folks, if you're watching and you're ahead of me, A, pause your game and let me catch up while you still can. And B, for God's sakes, don't spoil anything in chat. I tell you right now, anybody spoils anything, that's a month-long ban. We got a lot of people in here. A lot of bird watchers been tuning in for hours trying to see this game through. Abrams steps in. Aiken gets the sign. Checks the runner at second. The first pitch is low and in the dirt. The ball gets away. The lead runner will move up to third. Trail runner stays at first. Ball one and a wild pitch. My goodness. This doesn't look like a troll or anything, does it? Honestly. For crying out loud. Clown faces. Get out of here. 1-0 pitch. This one's lifted foul off to the left. One and 1 the count. The Orioles just need an out. And a check on first. Young back in standing. Crowd boos. What are you booing about? That's the potential winning run at first base. We want to keep them close. Stop booing and understand baseball. 1-1 pitch. That one's lined. Base hit right field. This game's tied. Young moves to third base. Tie ball game in the 9th. RBI single with 2 down by C.J. Abrams. It's a new ball game. Folks, nope. Again, I actually made a point to say don't spoil. And if you're spoiling right now, what you're doing is taking the hours of investment of dozens and dozens, if not over 100 people, and ruining it for them. I'm not calling out any individual person. I'm just saying that's where we're at right now. Let's be cool in Charm City chat. First and third, 2 down. Garcia now at the plate, and he looks at a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Hang in there, Cantankerous. I feel you, man. Jack, I know, man. I feel you. Hit on the ground, second base. Mateo will throw to first, and the inning is over. The Nationals tie up the ball game in the 9th, and we are going the extras. We are going extras. And, folks, now I'm glad we got Suarez remaining in the pen because we're down to very few arms, and we might need him to go a couple of innings. Who knows how long this is going to go? I don't know. Extra innings coming up. Who's our ghost runner? I don't know. We're going extras. Jeez Louise. The Craig Kimbrell Oriole closer situation has now been determined. He is not our closer. Man, oh man, oh man. We all miss the mountain. We all miss the mountain. Whew. I mean, at this point, folks, this is either going to be such a relief of a win or it's going to be the cruelest of defeats. I mean, how do you not have some sort of bipolar reaction one end or the other with the outcome of this ball game? Man, too many emotions. I'm sitting here arms crossed because like my body is like shaking right now. I'm shaking. Probably the caffeine. I'll be honest. Maybe a little bit of the nicotine. I'll be honest. But I'm shaking. Whew. Bottom of the Orioles order due up. Okay, good news, folks. Cowser's up. That means Mateo is the ghost runner. I repeat, that means Mateo, fastest guy on the team, the ghost runner. Let's find something good. Tell me something good. Well, I just did. Mateo is your ghost runner. Kyle Finnegan, the Nationals closer, is on. Yeah, this is my upright fetal position. What do we do here? Cowser at the plate. How do we approach this? I feel like with ghost runners, especially with speed like Mateo, just get him to third. Like, I'd lay one down. I honestly would. I understand if you disagree with the BirdWatcher, but I like when you're the road team, put the pressure on, guarantee yourself that ghost run, and then take it from there. If we can add on, great. If not, we got to just make sure we get Mateo in. First pitch to Cowser is hit foul behind the plate. So he's swinging away. Cowser has got to understand this situation. That runner out at second is not a big run. It is a must run. 0-1 pitch. High. Cowser lays off 1-1. And folks, got to go back to here. Sorry. Just your boy gets the feeling. Got to go with the feeling. Can't have anything spoiled. 1-1 pitch. Called strike 97 on the inside corner by Finnegan. Albert Suarez is up and loose again. The 1-2. Fouled off. Fought off. Fisted away by Cowser. Nearly went opposite field. Cowser hanging in there at 1-2. Mateo at second. I'd like to see him scamper around out there and make this pitcher a little more nervous. Bounce around out there, Jorge. And now the pitcher steps off the rubber to look Mateo back. That is a disengagement. Mateo is dancing out there. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back again. Boy, more heat. Top of the zone. Cows are able to get a piece to stay alive. All right, Colton. Come on, man. You're hanging with this closer. You're hanging. You're fouling away a couple of tough pitches. The more you see, the better the chance. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled back again. Cowser, hanging tough. He's got 2 hits tonight. Can the milkman deliver before everything gets spoiled? Let's hope so. Mateo at second base. Nobody out here, top of the 10th. Obviously, we're tied. And pitch. Upstairs. 2-2. A little bit outside as well. Seven pitch at bats so far for Cowser. Here comes number 8. Swing and a miss. Cowser goes down swinging. Our leadoff man can't move up the ghost runner. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, I wanted to move him over. I just wanted to move him over. I get it. He's got 2 hits tonight. It's not like I don't trust him to get it done. It's just, again, road team, I want that ghost run, and then anything else is gravy. You got to get that ghost run in. You can't not do it. And now we're going to have a big meeting out on the mound for the Nats. Everybody out there on the infield, along with Hickey, the coach. Pitching coach. That's not old school Oriole Kevin Hickey, right? Another Hickey? I haven't had a Hickey since high school. Ryan O'Hearn is on the pinch hit. Mateo at second base. Finnegan in the stretch. The first pitch to O'Hearn is inside for ball 1. As a pinch hitter, O'Hearn's had 3 attempts and he's gotten 2 hits, including a double. The 1-0. The runner was moving. Mateo had taken off and O'Hearn had fouled the pitch back. And according to Ben McDonald, Mateo would have had that pitch stolen. So if O'Hearn had just taken there, that runner would have been 90 feet away with only the 1 out. Oh, doctor. Man, got to get Mateo in. The 1-1 in the dirt. Catcher did well to keep that pitch in front of him and keep Mateo at second. Two and 1 the count. We are in the top of the 10th, 3-3 game. Finnegan to O'Hearn, way high for ball 3. So last pitch spiked in the dirt. Next pitch about head high. And O'Hearn has himself a good hitter's count. Three and one. The pitch. Upstairs. Ball 4. You got to wonder if Finnegan is thinking maybe Mullins is the better bet to get out. Not to mention setting up a double play situation. Mullins is up. He's 0 for 3 tonight. His average, 204. He struck out his last 2 times up. Boy, we need Ced to come through in the clutch one more time. The pitch. High. Ball 1. Mateo at second. And now Ryan O'Hearn at first base. One and 0 to Mullins. And here it comes. Swung on, grounded foul off to the right. Over by the dugout. 1 and 1. This is only the second at bat on the night with a runner in scoring position for the Orioles. Meanwhile, the Nats have had 11 chances, going 2 for 11. So if the Orioles can win here, the Nationals certainly have plenty to think about what could have been as well. The 1-1. Swung on, fouled back. Cedric Mullins now with a 1-2 count. Come on, Orioles magic, baby. Let's go. Feel it happen. One, two. In the dirt. It might not have hit the dirt, but it was right at the dirt. It was very low. Okay? It was low. Your boy's running out of steam. I've got all the energy in the world, but not a whole lot of fuel. The 2-2. Low, ball 3. Full count. Gunnar Henderson is on deck. The payoff pitch to Mullins. Here it comes. Swung on and fouled off to the right. That would have been ball 4. Unless, of course, the umpire made a ridiculously terrible call. That was about 4 inches inside. Mullins turned on it and fouled it off to the right. He's going to get himself a new baseball bat. 6 pitches into this sequence. Finnegan, this closer, is about to throw his 20th pitch of the inning. So he's laboring a bit here. Still only 1 out. Another payoff to Mullins. Swung on, popped up. Infield, right behind the second base bag on the outfield grass. Abrams makes the catch. Well, folks, we couldn't do it fundamentally. Move them over and get them in. Now we're going to need some 2-out magic. And, folks, we got to break out the gunner. In case of emergency, break glass and whip out the gunner. Let's go. 2 for 4 tonight, including a bomb. First pitch. Swing and a miss. 99 from Finnegan. His fastest pitch of the night. Oh, 1. Swung on, grounded, second base, flipped to second for the force, and the Orioles fail to score in the top of the 10th. We go to the bottom of the 10th. The Nationals will have the winning run on second base with nobody out to begin the inning. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Where's my cursor now? Is it? The cursor's gone. Folks, we're just stuck here. We're stuck in BirdWatcher limbo. I'm out of steam. My heart's still in it. My head kind of still there. My body pretty much kaput. When we don't get swept, that's gosh darn right. And your boy, the BirdWatcher, doing his best to keep things PG-13. Gosh darn it. Hey, thanks to the new sub. Folks, 707. I love a nice number like that. Like 202, 505, 707. Thanks, folks. It's like 007, sort of. 77 with an O? I don't know. Whatever. It's a nice number to look at. Thanks for all the subs tonight, folks. Believe me, you will not regret your decision. The only decision I'm regretting right now is signing Craig Kimbrell in the offseason as our closer, because that's a lot of cash. You throw that kind of cash around with the kind of payroll we got, you're expecting a guy to do his job. Bottom of the 10th, we go. Albert Suarez is out there on the mound. This is his 5th appearance, 2nd appearance from the bullpen. After making 3 starts, 17 in the 3rd innings, opponents hitting .215 off of him, 16 strikeouts, 3 walks. 7th pitcher of the night. For the Nats? How many for us? I mean, both bullpens have got to be pretty maxed out. Who is running for the Nats? Guys, I honestly can't even bring up the other screen right now. My cursor is back in stuck mode, and I'm worried if I click it, it'll do something bad. I just got to run with it, folks. Maybe my computer has had enough. Okay, so Nick Senzel will be coming up to hit. And I guess that's going to be Garcia out there as the ghost runner on second base. Yes, sir. Garcia Jr. is your ghost runner. We need some Orioles magic from Albert Suarez. Didn't hear much in terms of acknowledging the bag outing from Kimbrell. Here's a ground ball. Hit hard to Westberg. He checks the runner back and retires the batter. There you go. Big first out. Ghost runner stays put. And now it's going to take something more than small ball to get that run home. Jesse Winker at the plate, a left-handed hitter. We've got a base open. This might be a wise move to put him on here. He doesn't mean anything. Winning run is at second, but Suarez goes after him and gets a swing and a miss on a pitch inside. Winker is 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss. Suarez with a challenge fastball. Winker comes up empty, and the count 0-2. My thoughts on the management is something, Jack, I got to sit back and, analyze. Your boy, some things I have instant feelings on. Other things I need time to think about. This one is upstairs to Winker. 1-2. Next pitch, upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Suarez got ahead 0-2. Now the count is even. Again, Winker. We got a base open. We don't have to give in into him here. Pitch. Upstairs, ball 3. And, wow, the further this at-bat goes, the more further away from the strike zone Suarez gets. Joey Meneses is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up. High fly ball to shallow right field. Santander's got it. 2 away. 2 away. Can we get to the 11th? Who here is a fan of Spinal Tap? Because I want this one to go to 11. Meneses is 0 for 3 with a walk. Suarez. Seems like we're calling him for whatever the situation. And a swing and a miss by Meneses to start this at-bat. Albert Suarez could be our biggest hero, folks. I mean, to ask him to come into these situations. The 0-1 outside, 1-1. That's the feeling I got from Suarez as soon as he got the call. He just wants to pitch. He's just happy to be in the bigs again. This guy loves to play baseball, and I like that attitude. Here comes the 1-1. This one's fouled back. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Come on, folks. Hang in there. We might have some fingers to point at a player or two, but we also got guys out there trying their butts off for you to keep us in this ball game. So, by God, get your boys back. Let's see one more strike. Don't give up on this team. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Suarez strikes him out. We're going to the 11th. And I want all the negativity in this chat to take a hike. We may win this game. We may lose. But if you're not in on this train, then hop on off. What are you here for? Just to feel misery for however long it takes? Yeah, Suarez has heart. Your boy's got heart. You hear that? Do you hear that? You hear that? Heart. Let's go. It ain't over till it's over. I'm telling you, some of the attitude of some of you guys in Charm City chat. Imagine if you carried that mentality with you out on the field. How are you ever going to win with that kind of attitude? Let's go. Yeah, you take your lumps. Yeah, you make your mistakes. Yeah, you can point fingers after the game, but gosh darn it, the game is on. There is a game on the line. Let's go out there and take it. Had enough of this. Your boys going to pump you guys up. Should it have been over, Jack? It's true. It should have been. But we're still here, Jack. Do you not want to be here, Jack? Jack, I love you, buddy. But if this is driving you crazy to the point where you don't want to tolerate it anymore, you know you got the option, dude. Otherwise, hang in there, buddy. We're on a roller coaster. We don't get off the ride until this thing stops, right? So we're in for the ride. Imagine getting on a roller coaster and like, yeah, this experience is awful. Well, there's not much you can do about it until the game's over, right? Unless you want to jump out of the cart. So let's rally. Let's score in this inning and let's take this ball game down. The BirdWatcher never says die. Hunter Harvey out to pitch for the Nats. They do have another pitcher out there. Let's go. Come on, folks. Albert Suarez. And you know he'll be ready to go out there for another inning, too. That's right. You know what pumped me up? The negativity I was feeling in chat. Major boy, wake up. Adley Rutschman coming to the plate. By the way, Gunnar Henderson, your ghost runner. If we can't have Mateo as a ghost runner, this is the next best thing. First pitch to Adley, hit on the ground, foul off to the right. And again, no thoughts on small ball. And honestly, if there's something you want me to say about Brandon Hyde, it's this. When we're on the road, move the runner over. Don't swing away. I want the small ball. I want it. We would have won this game. We only needed that run. We showed it. We got 3 outs in the bottom half. Swing and a miss by Adley in the count 0-2. I tell you what, I am going to collapse this game. This is the mother of all games so far this season. This one right here. The 0-2 is fouled back. We'll do it again. Always move the run. But, I mean, especially as the road team. I mean, as the home team, you know, you got to figure out what you do because based on what the road team did in the top half, it might dictate what you do in the bottom half. But as the road team, yeah, I think you got to play the fundamentals. Get the Adley reaches for one. This will move the runner over. Good job, Adley. Adley reaching all the way out to a pitch off the plate outside and still was able to pull it on the ground and get Gunnar up to third base. It's an out, but it's a good one. Gunnar 90 feet away, 1 away for Ryan Mountcastle. We moved him. We moved him. Now can we get him in? Ryan Mountcastle is the man that needs to do it. Anthony Santander is on deck. The pitch. Swung on. Drilled. Deep left field. And deep into the Washington night. 2-run Mountcastle bomb. There's no wall tall enough to contain this castle. Mountcastle explodes. A 2-run bomb. And the Orioles lead 5-3. Get some. Woo! Come on. You know what I want to see? Get that sub count up. Get that sub count up for crying out loud. You don't know who you're dealing with here. You don't know who you're dealing with here. Mountie went down and got one, low and in. A towering drive into the bullpen and left. Santander with a wild swing, 0-2 on Tony. Base is empty and your boy's out of breath. Bye-bye birdie. That's right. My signature call was absent because your boy is about to collapse. Outside to Santander 1-2. Folks, don't you ever give up on this team. How dare you? Santander hit by the pitch right on the hip. There's some boos in the audience, but there's really no reason for that to be intentional. Harvey hits Santander. He'll take first and move. Is that? Gunner, right? Oh, God. Yeah, runner at first, 1 out. Hoy. Breathe, BW. Breathe. Yeah, get those emojis flying in the chat. Come on. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Jordan Westberg will step up to the plate. 1 for 4. And by the way, my entire building is probably really mad at me because it's not even 9 a.m. here, and your boy was screaming for about a solid minute straight. Luckily, I live in a pretty wild building, so I think I've got a little bit of leeway on that. 1 out. And a check on the runner. Oh, McKenna's out to run for Santander. Ryan McKenna on to pinch run. And, of course, replace Santander. for the bottom half of the inning in right field. Here is a foul ball back behind the plate by Westberg, and the count is 0-1. The Orioles ahead 5-3 in the top of the 11th. And the emojis won't stop. I love it. Look at that go. All right, folks, if we're going to make 7-Eleven, let's get 7-Eleven, because guess what? That's where I go for my latte every morning. Where is it? I already put it away. Oh, now I dropped it on the floor. That is a 7-Eleven latte right there. 0-2 pitch. Up and away. A ball and 2 strikes. Narniak, were you making a lot of noise when Kimbrel blew it? Folks, we do have things to address no matter the outcome of this game. There goes the runner, and he'll be safe. What? McKenna left his arm off the bag while the tag was still applied, and now he's out. McKenna had stolen the base and then lifted his hand off the bag, or his foot. His foot. His foot had just slid past the bag. Okay. Well, there's your pinch runner. He stole a base, but still doesn't steal it somehow. Okay. I don't know. We're going to the bottom of the 11th. I don't know what's going on anymore. We got a 2-run lead. Let's close it out. Bring back Albert Suarez. I don't care what the situation is. You need him to start. You need him to go long. You need him for an inning in the 6th. You need him to be the setup man. You need him to be the closer. You need him to be the extra inning guy because there's nobody left. I don't care why you need him. He's going to get the job done for you. Albert Suarez. Somebody get this guy a greeting card. He deserves it. Good Lord. I am spent. I am spent. What was McKenna doing there? Jack. Hey, Jack. All right, Jack. Let's try a test. Jack, I'm talking to you, Jack. Tell me one positive thing about this Baltimore Orioles team that you've seen tonight, Jack. Let's bounce out 37 negative comments with just one positive. Just prove to me that you're capable of finding some silver lining to this game, Jack. Please tell me you've got it in you. Otherwise, what are you doing, buddy? Why are you doing this to yourself? This sounds like torture. I'm feeling torture. Come on, Jack. Let's do this, man. Oh, there won't be an ambulance coming for me, Cantankerous. I barely got one here on time for me when I had my heart attack. All right. Suarez is out. Kybert Ruiz is at the plate. Joey Meneses is the ghost runner. First pitch in the bottom of the 11th. It's hit on the ground. First baseman Mountie will flip to Suarez covering. That'll move the runner up to third. But wow, how big is it that we scored 2 runs? That ghost runner now 90 feet away, but he is not the tying run. 2 more outs to get. 2 more outs to get. I'll tell you this about Suarez. You need him to pitch back-to-back days. You best believe he'll do it. The pitch in there for a strike to Eddie Rosario. Rosario had hit that home run late in the game for the Nats to get them back in this game. He is the tying run at the plate now. This one's fouled away in the count 0-2. 0-2 on Eddie Rosario. One more till 7-11. The pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. By the way, I never got a positive comment about anything about the Baltimore Orioles from one of our bird watchers here. So what does that say? What does that say if you can't say one good thing? Here's the 1-2. Low and away, 2-2. And I say that again, no matter what the outcome of this game is, you mean to tell me this team, you're gonna just, yeah, come on. 2-2 pitch, Rosario, outside, 3-2. Oof, here we go. Vargas. A first name that I've never had a good time trying to pronounce. Ildiamo. And there is ball 4, and Jack had written that before I announced. Jack, just go. Just go, Jack. What are you doing, Jack? You're not even acknowledging me when I'm talking directly to you, and then you're going to spoil. You're not only going to make a negative comment, it's also a spoil. What are you doing, Jack? What are you doing right now? It's not the world according to Jack Crick, Jack. There's a lot of people here right now invested in this ball game, okay, Jack? Are you understanding where we're coming from, Jack? All right. First and third, 1 out. The pitch. Left field. Vargas. That one's down in the corner, and it bounces out of play. It's going to be a ground rule double. My goodness. That makes it 5-4. That might have actually been a break for us because that ball, if it doesn't go out of play, who knows? Probably the tying run already in. My goodness. $7-11. I wish I could be more celebratory about it, but right now your boy's got one thing on his mind, and that's somehow figuring out a way to escape this game with a win. Tying run 90 feet away. Winning run 2 bases away. Suarez with a first pitch strike to Jacob Young. That's right. Back to the top of the order one more time. This is the 6th plate appearance for Young tonight. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, Young didn't have it in him to catch up to that gas. 0-2 Suarez. Blow him away. Blow him away. Blow him away. The infield is up. 2 strikes on the batter. 1 out in the inning. Tying run at third. The 0-2. Popped up. Is it going to stay in play? Is it shallow? We're going to have a play. Here's the catch. McKenna with the throw home. Here comes the runner. He is safe. And the Nationals have tied this game on a sacrifice fly. McKenna got it to the plate. Adley, it wasn't right on the plate. Adley had to catch it and turn his body. And that little bit of time was enough for the hand to get in there. The Nationals have tied this game back up. Folks, if you thought this game was over, sorry. 2 down in the bottom of the 11th. The Nationals now with the winning run at third base. C.J. Abrams at the plate. And Adley out to talk to Suarez. What do? You got the lefty Abrams. But then you got the lefty, what's his face? That other good kid. Tough spot. But we don't have a whole lot of options left. Albert. And Drew French has now joined the conversation. It is back to a tie ball game here, folks. How long can Charm City Chad hang in there? I mean, seriously, the collective blood pressure has got to be ridiculous. Like, I feel like if we could channel all of the nervous energy that we all have right now, we could like power an entire city. If we could only just channel it somehow. Here comes C.J. Abrams. 2 down. in the bottom of the 11th, and the runner at third is dancing. Suarez, pay a little bit of attention. First pitch is fouled back. Good pitch there by Suarez on the outside corner. Abrams can only just get to it to foul it away. Abrams 1 for 4 tonight. The 0-1. Outside 1-1. Good Lord. Your boy's going to need an extra inning lucky. I never thought this would happen. But, I mean, I am jonesing right now. The 1-1. By the way, the Nats have another reliever up. Weems, as Abrams fouls this one back. 2 strikes on Abrams. 1 more strike to get this ball game to the 12th. Suarez on 25 pitches. We might need 25 more. I feel you, Card. Take care. This one's fouled straight back. Folks, I get it. I get it. It's after 10 o'clock back on the East Coast. Your boy, the BirdWatcher, hasn't slept now outside of about a 1-hour nap in about 32 hours. The 1-2. Low and away, 2-2. Vargas still at third. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. McCann keeps it in front of him. No, Adley is catching, that's right. I guess we've lost the DH. Adley is now behind the plate. McCann out of the game. We got a full count. Pitch. Fouled back. Straight back. Into the screen behind the plate. My goodness. Matt, I feel you. I said I was going to collapse about an hour ago. The payoff pitch. Swung on. Drilled. Right field down in the corner. But foul. Oh, that ball just started to hook foul. My goodness. Thank you very much. Scary off the bat. 8 pitches already in this at bat. Another payoff. Swung on. Center field. Going back. Mullins. He's got room. He's made the catch. We're going to the 12th. Who's got the stamina? Your boy's a walking boner pill. I'm here. All right? I ain't going anywhere. If the BirdWatcher keeps going for 36 or more hours, consult your local physician. Because I ain't over. This game's got to go no another 31 hours. I ain't done. Think I'm done? Psh. I'll just sit here with my arms folded. That's what I'll do. Now we're back to 7-Eleven. I don't know. I need to go back to 7-Eleven. I'm running out of Luckies. Can somebody make a run to 7-Eleven for me? The BirdWatcher. I'd appreciate it. Hey, by the way, folks, like and subscribe. My God. I have never been so disinterested in your likes or subscriptions. Trust me, normally I am. Look at that. I just said I don't care, and a new sub. Hey, sub 712, you're my favorite. You're my favorite. You went right on in. You're like, wait, you don't want a sub? I'll show you. Watch somebody take one back. Now we'll play the sub game. Yep, there it is. See, I already know. You can't fool the BirdWatcher. I know how this works. Come on, people. You think I haven't been around the block a time or two? You think I don't understand how this works? Yeah, go ahead with your fun little... I know, it's fun. I would have the same amount of enjoyment if I were still 4 years old. I promise, whoever you are. I'd be right there with you. I'm just not 4 anymore. This age thing got in the way. Hey, it went up. All right, Jordan Weems is out the pitch. Right-hander. My goodness, this has got to be the Nats' last non-rotation pitcher, right? What is left? I mean, this might be a 2-game series, but we've played 3 games worth, folks. It certainly feels that way. We do have activity. Jacob Webb. Okay, that's right. Webby pitched last night, and like I said earlier, probably 2 hours ago now, that Brandon Hyde probably wants to avoid using him if he can, but now we know we might need him. Westberg is at second base as the ghost runner, and Mateo shows bunt, takes it back for ball 1. I got to blow my nose. Man, this is the worst time. You kidding me? Are we going to try to bunt? Mateo swings around again. This time he misses the bunt. I don't think they're going to say he brought it back. No, they did. They gave him credit for bringing the bat back. Forgive me for blowing my nose. If that got caught on the mic, I apologize. 2-0 the count. And now he's swinging away. And it's a ground ball. Foul. Down the left field line. Oh, my goodness. A foul ball down the left field line. 2-1 the count. Is the bunt off now? Was that just a switcheroo? We can still do it at 2-1 if you want. Up to you, Mateo. What do you want to do? 2-1. The pitch. He's swinging. Hard hit ball. Base hit left field. Westberg is rounding third. Here he comes. Here comes the throw. Not in time. And the ball gets away. Mateo's taking off for second. And they throw it into the outfield. Mateo's taking off for third. What a comedy of errors from the Nationals defense here in the 12th. Jorge Mateo, is he okay? He's bent over at the waist. He might have injured himself on the slide. My goodness, Mateo with a hard ground ball in the left. Winker with the throw in. The cutoff man, Vargas, dropped it and then tried to throw Mateo at second and threw it into the outfield. Vargas responsible for both of the errors. And Mateo is in definite pain. I'm thinking it's probably abdominal. He's holding the right side of his gut. I'm guessing it's an ab strain. Not that your boy has any abs to strain, but he knows his injuries. Now what do we do here? Yeah, Mateo didn't even show he was in any kind of pain until he finally got to third. When he probably hurt himself going into second. He's trying to run it off right now. Hey there, Katron. Boy, did you come in at a crazy time. This game should have been over 2 hours ago. PAS is sending people over. Who knew this game would still be on? Wow, folks, if you're just showing up to the BirdWatcher channel, take a seat, but you may not stay long. It is extra innings. The Orioles ahead 6-5, top of the 12th. Nobody out. Mateo at third base after a comedy of errors by Ildiarmo Vargas. A pair of errors on that play to give the Orioles a run. 6-5 Orioles. Top of the 12th, Colton Cowles are at the plate. Let's get some cows in the chat. I mean, let's blow this thing wide open. Let's go. I mean, I've had enough. This one's in the dirt and it gets away. Here comes Mateo and he will score standing. The Nationals have imploded. Thank you, Lord Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. The Orioles lead 7-5. The Nationals giving us 2 runs. We'll take them. Seven to 5, bases empty, and Cowser gets into one. Center field, backing up, and on the track, Young makes the catch. Cowser flies out to deep center, just to the left of center field. Dear. The glasses are off. The hat is on. By the way, this hat, have you seen this hat move? I mean, here's Heston Kjerstad. Holy cow. It took a 12-inning game to get him in, but he's at the plate. And he takes off the plate for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 12th. Kjerstad is on the pinch hit. For who? I'm not even sure at the moment. I just want to... I can't. I'm out of it. I'm out of steam. This one's low and away, 2-0. And that might... I feel like the Nationals... They must feel the same way my body does, which is we're just done. We don't have it anymore. Because their defense just suddenly, oops, I crapped my bed. 2-0 on Kjerstad. The pitch popped up and behind the plate foul. 2-1 the count. Yeah, pure. Thank God I didn't keep a scorecard tonight. Thank God there isn't enough room on this desk for me to do it, because I probably would have carpal tunnel with this game. This one's popped foul behind the plate. And the count 2-2 on Kjerstad. By the way, apologies to Thomas Fitzpatrick. Plans were to send folks over there after this game's over. I don't know if his game's already over or what. 2-2 pitch. Foul back. And we'll do it again. Anybody got a current score on the Boston game? Score and inning, if you got it. Oh, by the way, sorry. Kjerstad pinch hitting for Cedric Mullins. Thank you, Josh. And he hits one on the ground. First baseman will flip to Weems covering the bag for out number 2. Kjerstad grounds out the first. 2 down in the top of the 12th. Thomas is here. His game's been over for 20 minutes. Braves shut you guys out. I'm sorry. Boy. Well, how have you enjoyed? Man. Thomas, pure. Your boy, the BirdWatcher. He's going to collapse. You guys might have to be my contacts in case of emergency. This one is fouled back by Mullins, and the count is 0-1. I mean, what in God's green flat earth am I looking at here? What a game. 0-1 on Mullins. I thought somebody said somebody was pinch hitting for Mullins. Mullins is up right now. Who gave me that bad info? Now I do have to go open up the scorecard and figure out who Kjerstad pinch hit for. Let's see, 7th in the... No, that should have been the... No, that was the pitcher spot. That was the pitcher spot that was McCann, that the DH was then taken away. So basically, Heston Kjerstad was essentially hitting for Albert Suarez. Okay, Narniak with the hot take. And by the way, Narniak, if you thought I actually think the earth is flat, could you give me a little bit of credit? It's just a joke. Why would I have an expression like God's green flat earth unless I was making a joke? Come on. But thanks for the clarification. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Mullins goes down. He slams his bat. We go to the bottom of the 12th. It's going to be the Jacob Webb show. Suarez, again, that's what happened, folks. Kjerstad pinch hit for the pitcher because earlier Rutschman had come in out of the DH spot to catch. And now Suarez is out of the game, leaving only Jacob Webb, the only pitcher left, folks. The last bullet in the chamber. The last Little Debbie snack in the box. I don't know what to call it, but we got one more. Otherwise, what are we doing? We're going to ask Dean Kramer to come out? Somebody's on their pitch day off. Somebody's on their pitch day off. Plus, with a day off on either end of this series, technically, if we had to, we could probably finagle an inning or two out of a starter if we had to. But by God, don't let that be the case. Let's put this game to bed now. Right now. Holy Toledo. Folks, thanks so much for your hanging out tonight. How many people are still here, by the way? Oh, yeah, I gave up on the cursor. Yeah, I just gave up. I don't know where it is. I have no idea where it is. This stream is going to end with me actually taking this laptop and shutting it down. That's it. That's the end of the stream. Because I don't have any other ability at the moment. Like a record, baby, right round, round, round. All I know is that to me, this game does not look like fun. Come on, Jacob. Pitch real well. Watch out, here we come. All right. Jacob Webb. Appearance number 18. That's more than half of the games we've played. This guy has been getting plenty of action. I guess that could be taken in a lot of different ways. But can you blame me at this point? Here we go. Luis Garcia Jr. is up. That means C.J. Abrams is the ghost runner. The Orioles have a 2-run lead, just like they did in the 11th. They have a chance to give up that ghost runner, but still take this ball game. First pitch is a strike. The next one is low and in. 1-1 on Garcia. The next pitch. Tagged into right field and over the head of McKenna. Abrams will score easily. And the tying run in the form of an RBI double. Luis Garcia. Holy Toledo. Here we go. Here we go. Now it's just like we've had no advantage at all. It's a ghost runner is now out there as the tying run with nobody out. First pitch is fouled back by Nick Senzel. Senzel 0 for 4 tonight. He did have a walk back in the 8th. Swing. And a miss. A half-hearted swing there by Senzel. Folks, again, it is sacrilege to be spoiling anything. I'm like, what are you doing? You've got to be a sadist. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First out of the 12th. A strikeout for Webb. Okay, that's a big one. That tying run still at second base. 2 more outs. Jesse Winker, first pitch inside. A base open, similar situation Winker had earlier, but this time he would be the winning run if he were walked, so I would not do that. This one's hit in the air. High, but it should be a can of corn for McKenna. He makes the catch and gets the ball back in with Garcia still at second base. 1 more out. Jacqueline Don't spoil anything. Jacqueline, if you have a comment to make, just wait 10 seconds before you make it. As a general rule of thumb, wait 10 seconds for whatever you got to say, and you'll be fine, okay? Here we go. First pitch is outside to Joey Meneses. 0 for 4 tonight. Can we finally take this game down? The pitch. Hit in the air. Right field and deep. McKenna's got it! And this ball game is over! The Orioles, somehow, some way, ladies and gentlemen, we do not get swept. Say it with me. The man knows. We do not get swept. Not even in a little 2-game series where you can kind of weasel your way into a sweep. No sirree, Bob. Not us. 103 consecutive series without a sweep, and we're going home. Folks, I know there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of concerns with your Baltimore Orioles. Can I even get the name of the team out right? Can you blame me? A lot of concern with the Orioles, particularly with the back end of the bullpen. But, folks, for now, let's just exhale, breathe in a win, and just understand that there were times in this game where we could have let it get out of hand, said this, because I saw it. I saw it in this chat. I saw the mood. If the Orioles had had that mood, there's no way they survived this hellish ball game. Final score in 12. Orioles 7, Nationals 6. My God. Again, I don't even know if I can... I'm just going to start clicking stuff. See stuff? Okay. Okay, I've got my cursor. All right. I just pounded the keyboard in prayer, and it worked. Now I'm going to try to look up the Friday game to give you guys the scoop on when the BirdWatcher is on next. Good God Almighty. Your boy is exhausted. Hey, if you haven't hit that like button already, I mean, how am I going to convince you at this point? I've actually given every piece of energy I've got. I gave you everything, everybody. I gave it all. Oh, no, it's an Apple TV game. Folks, red alert, Apple TV game, 7:05 first pitch, 6:55 your boy goes on the air, and get ready for some weirdness with Apple TV. We've had one game with them so far. There was about an inning and a half that was missed. Let's hope we don't have that happen again. Come on back. Let's give it a try. 6:55 p.m. Cole Irvin against Brandon Fat. And I'm feeling pretty fat right now, sitting in this chair for 5.5 hours or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, hit that notification bell in case you got a memory like your boy here. Thank you for all of your support. And, yeah, what a night. That's going to do it for me. This has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Good night, everybody. Come on back Friday.